I'm getting 2 monitors. I'm going to have a setup like you.
There we go. Now I got set up. We're recording.
When I leave today, I'm going to have dual monitors like Martello.
Are you stealing mine?
Yes. I'm just going to take your setup. If you could help me load it, actually, that'd be great. I'd like your standing desk because this week I've walked more than I average more steps this week on vacation than I do usually in a month since starting my new position.
That's great.
Which is a Kama Sutra position I can't really discuss here on air. Ooh, behind the back, turn the TV on. Look at you go. Look, it's spry and limber.
Okay.
Your back must be feeling good.
I am feeling actually really good.
All right, let's get this party started. I'm ready.
Right. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me is Randy.
Yes, you still don't say always. I was literally driving out today thinking, he's never going to say always again after 3 years.
I can't.
You can't. You're right. It's fair.
I mean, unfortunately, it's not always anymore.
I am back. I'm excited to be here. I'm a little jet lagged from driving all day yesterday, but I'm pumped, dude. We had this vacation. Leading into it, I got bad news at work last Tuesday. Yeah. And then Thanksgiving was Thursday. I left for vacay Friday. And I went, you know what? I am going to live up this vacation. Beth and I, this year's been good for us. The last couple have been decent, but this year in particular, we paid our last 3 months' rent, all of our bills through the year back in like October. So vacation, we were able to just like leave and have fun and not worry about money. Oh. So I'm getting to it. Dude.
I can wait.
The fact that you reacted to my message the way you did told me Martelle's dying to try this.
Well, you've been telling me that you're going to bring one, and then you never show up with one, and now you have.
We went to Tennessee. I got my L steak on Tuesday, which I've talked about before at the Smoky Mountain Brewery. Then we leave yesterday, Friday. We go there for lunch. I get another L steak, and I brought one home to go. So this is a 1 day old. It's not fresh. And it's a microwave.
I'm fine
we threw
with
in the microwave. So you just took a bite. Give me a rundown on what your first thoughts are.
So first thoughts are, well, first, you had it made properly.
Yes.
It is.
I had it medium rare wrapped in foil, so it probably cooked a little as we drove.
This is more rare than medium rare.
Yeah, it's a little pink.
Which I like.
I
order
medium rare to rare depending on where I go.
I order rare every time. Like that is, I want my steak like it. You know how they tell you to do the test, on the palm of your hand, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
This is really hard to cut in the position I'm in.
Well, yeah. I give it the 5 minutes on each side, and then whatever it's done. Done is done.
You give it the letter, Kenny.
Yeah, that's it. First thoughts. It is a great cut of meat. It is juicy as a motherfucker.
For being a day old and microwaved,
well, yeah.
I can't believe how juicy it is still.
It is. Well, the whole package, when you gave me a plastic baggie,
right,
a shopping bag
with
a steak wrapped in foil, and the entire inside of the bag is nothing but steak meat and juice. Like steaky, juicy goodness that was just all over the place.
And it's a thick cut.
Oh, it's super thick. That's
like this is a big fat thick cut. You got a tape measure out.
Tape measure out.
We're gonna measure this bad boy.
It's 1.25 inches thick at the middle.
Just like I like it.
It's bigger than my meat.
So just like Sunday when I knew we were getting a steak for lunch, and yesterday when I knew we were getting steak for lunch, I have not yet eaten today. So this is the first food I've put in my mouth.
Oh, I had an egg this morning.
Well, that's fine.
But yeah,
now you're finally getting a taste of this steak that I mean, and honestly, I've trumpeted this thing up to be the best steak ever for a couple years to you.
You have.
Do you think that it lives up to the expectations?
It lives up to the expectations. Do I think it's the best steak ever? No.
That's fair. I would rather you try it fresh to make that judgment call.
But it is fantastic.
But what's the best steak ever?
So
that you can get at a restaurant. I'm not talking one you make or anybody else.
No, right. So the best steak I've ever had actually comes from Blystone Farm. So, which Joe Blystone is running for governor of Ohio. He has a restaurant and a store that you can go, like a butcher and a restaurant where you can go order stuff at his farm. He has I think it's like a teriyaki marinated steak that is like melt in your mouth, like just perfect. Like the marinade's perfect. When you say I want it medium or medium rare or rare,
Cooked perfect.
comes out perfect.
Yeah.
And it just, you take a bite and it's just like, bleh, just everything just dissolves.
That's how this one feels. That's how this one is fresh. But I would
and I
love
will
to
take
try
your
one.
word for that.
I would love to try Blystone because you are one of the few people whose culinary tastes I think are above mine. In the fact that when you say it's good, it's like you hold stuff to a higher standard.
Burger King is amazing.
I had Burger King for dinner last night. We got into town at like 8 p.m. I would go to Wendy's. I'll get a burger. I hadn't eaten anything but a steak. I had just the 10-ounce steak. And the line was wrapped around the building at 8 p.m. I said, go to Burger King. Nobody goes to Burger King.
Or Long John Silver's.
No, I don't go to Long John's anymore. I got food poisoning there a year ago, and I can't stomach it since.
I like the seasoning that's on this, though. Like, it's not a marinade.
Well,
they
no,
just put
so I can tell you
dry
exactly.
seasoning.
Here's how they do it. Hold on, let me pull it up. Because a buddy said, what makes that an ale steak? And I was like, that's a good question. So I've got it.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Smoky Mountain Brewery. There's one
Okay.
in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and one in Gatlinburg. We've never been to the one in Gatlinburg, although friends of mine have, and they say it's it's the same thing, of course, thankfully. So let me see. Comments. What makes it an ale steak? So the brewery ale steak, it is a signature sirloin. This is a 10-ouncer.
Okay.
Marinated in Cherokee Red Ale, which is a beer that they make. The brewery brews there, and they brew like 10 or 12 different beers.
Right.
So they marinate it in the red ale for, I think, like 12 or 24 hours or something. I forget the time. Olive oil, mustard, and garlic. They finish it. Now, what you don't see, when you get it fresh, it comes out, and it looks like one of the small ice cream scoops, like back in the day.
Of butter.
But it's Worcestershire butter. It's like they make their own butter.
Yeah, Worcestershire.
And they put it on top, and you just kind of I kind of take my fork and just kind of move it around, let it melt over the steak.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, it's so good. And then I get a side of broccoli and beer cheese and a side of the mashed potatoes. I eat the broccoli and beer, the beer cheese. I take the leftover beer cheese. I throw the mashed potatoes into the skillet to soak up. Oh, you're licking the plate. I wish I had my camera ready.
It's really good.
It's plate licking good.
I give it an A+.
Yeah. How many donuts would you give that?
Oh, I easily give that a 4.5.
Yeah. And here's the thing. So how much?
That was my. You know what? I'm going to give it a 4. Or no, you know what? I'll take it back. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay.
It was microwaved.
True.
I want it. I'll have to do a fresh one.
You got to
give
get.
it a.
You have to now.
I have to,
Now
yeah.
you know kind of what you're getting.
Yeah, I have to get a fresh one. So, but if
So how
that's
much-
a 3.5, and
Yeah.
that was microwaved
And a day old.
and a day old, if a fresh one,
Oh, dude.
that's easily going to be a 4.5.
This gives you the flavor. I will say the flavor's pretty spot on to a fresh one. It doesn't give you the tenderness and the moistness.
No, but it's still
The one,
moist
if
as
you
hell. And
if you
tender.
watch my one video, people are like, "Oh, that's a small steak." I'm like, "It's a 10-ounce steak." First off, secondly, when I put I just took my fork and just pushed the meat, juice just oozed out of it.
You push the meat.
Oh, I pushed it. It got all moist and juicy. So the Blystone steak you were telling me about, how big? What size was it? What kind? What cut was it? This is a sirloin.
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the size of the cut is. I never really paid attention, to be honest.
That's fair.
I would just go in and say, just eat.
Give me meat.
Give me the meat. No, I would just go in and say, I want the teriyaki marinade if I'm buying it to walk out with, or I'd be like, just give me the teriyaki marinade steak. So I believe it's a 10-ounce. I believe you can get them in 6, 8, and 10. Like they'll
Do you
just
know
cut
how
it.
much the 10-ounce cost? Can we look this up online? Do they have a
I don't know.
Blystone Farm restaurant?
I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. I was a little irritated with Joe Blystone before he started running for governor. So I haven't really patroned his restaurant in a while.
Sorry, I'm chewing steak, so I can't talk right now.
No, you're fine. And my microphone is not in my face.
I'd never heard of
let's
Joe Blystone until he ran, but he was at Pumpkin Show. I did not stop to talk to him.
He was at Pumpkin Show.
Just
He
because I
was-
don't talk to politicians, wait in line to talk to people.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either. I've met him several times outside of prior to him running, and I've met him before he was running, and I'm not endorsing him in any way. I don't think they have a menu. But my mouse is not working with my iPad today. Oh, they do a menu download. Let's see if it's still on the menu. Kids, entrees, fresh cut steaks. So, burgundy ribeye, that's what it is. That's what I will order. So it is.
So you're looking at $30.
It's a $30.
Not a bad price for a great steak.
No.
That's better than paying like $100 for like a Mitchell's or a whatever those other fancy restaurants are.
And this is absolutely an amazing steak. You can go in and just buy them.
This steak
the butcher.
pre-COVID that you just ate,
Yeah.
10 ounce, $18.
That's good.
Post-COVID, $21.
Okay, so they
Still, in my opinion, for that flavor and that taste. And I'm honestly, this is the first time I've come home. I brought one home last year.
Yeah.
But I slow warmed it up in the oven. For the fact that we microwaved this for like 2 minutes and just threw it on a plate and came upstairs.
$1.30, yeah.
Insane. A minute
great,
30.
Great.
This, to me, I give this steak a 4.5 out of 5 donuts. Just the only reason I don't give it a 5, and I'll be honest, I judge every steak based off the L steak. I've sent no lie over the years since Beth first discovered this steak on our honeymoon in 2005, where I told her she wanted a steak, and we were broke back then. I said, "You get a steak. It's our honeymoon." I got chicken tenders because my whole life growing up, my parents both eat well done steak. They say anything else isn't dead. You know, I want it cooked, blah, blah. And I said the same to Beth. She got this medium. It came out so moist and tender and juicy. When she took a bite, she did more on that honeymoon than I could have ever done for her. That steak turned her on so much.
Hey.
So she goes, "You got to try this." I'm like, "No, I can see pink. That's gross." She goes, "Just try it." And I'm like,
see, that's
you know what? New marriage. Here we go. I took a bite, and it was like, you know, in 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he finally has sex, he sees the rainbows and starts dancing. He's riding
That was
a unicorn. Dude, I was on cloud 9 over this steak. I was like, I love steak. I used to think I hated steak because it's all chewy and dry.
Yeah. There, you know, I know a lot of people where that's
the case. That's how
the
my
case.
brother
Like-
was.
Like they will not eat.
And now he goes to the L
Steak.
steak and he orders it medium. And I'm like, that's good. I'll take a medium. Medium rare or medium's where I like it. But this, so now I want to try the Blystone steak because I do like to compare. But to me, this is a 4.5 out of 5 donuts. If you're ever anywhere near Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg passing through, go to the Smoky Mountain Brewery, get you an L steak. Honestly, I have a cousin that lives in Southern Ohio, and he goes, "The River in Portsmouth is the best steak ever." And I've heard great things about the River. I've never
been there.
I've not.
No, hold on. Have I?
No, I've never heard.
That's not the brewery.
No, the River in Portsmouth. It's called The River.
Oh no. Okay, I thought I was thinking.
RIBBER.
I was thinking it was the Portsmouth Brewery and
No.
something else.
It's the restaurant's called The River,
Okay.
and they've got a steak called The River or something. Everything I've heard about the steak's amazing. He for years was like, "You're off your rocker. The River's the best ever." He finally went down there, got an L steak, and he messaged me while he was eating. And he went, "You're right. It's better than The River." I had a buddy, my buddy Mitch, just went down a couple weeks ago to Tennessee for the first time ever. And
Here
he's
we
like,
go.
"Dude, amazing steak."
That's how far Blystone is. We're here.
Wait,
Not
we're
the-
10 minutes from
We're
Blystone?
10 minutes from Blystone.
We could do that like tomorrow. Well,
Yeah.
probably not tomorrow, but we could. Okay, we got to do this though.
Yeah, it's
However you feel about him, fine.
Oh no,
wanna try the
I
steak.
just I don't feel about him one way or another.
Okay,
I just
so
think
one of these
some of his
times
stuff's
we're
a
gonna
little
record.
overpriced and
Well, that's fair. But for like 18, 22, the 7-ounce steak's still like $19. You cannot beat this steak for the price.
no, not for the price you can't.
Because
Absolutely not.
I've eaten $100 steaks that were great, but then once I had this, I went, "Why did I pay $100 for that?"
There should never be $100 steak.
It's the same argument we've had with bourbon.
Right.
There are bourbons that are priced way more than they should be just because of the name on them.
Well, speaking of bourbons,
Yeah.
you have some. And-
you told me to bring.
Told you to bring.
I messaged you and said, "Hey,
I got 6
I
bottles.
buy a lot of stuff down here. I've got 6 craft beers, which I'm not a craft beer guy, but I thought again from the brewery they make their own beer, and I told the lady, I said, I want a 6-pack to go. She goes, "Which 6 do you want?" And I said, "Surprise me."
You choose.
And she kind of went, "What do you like?" I went, "Surprise me." So I honestly, she put 6 in a 6-pack carry bottles, put it in a bag, and brought to our table. I have not looked at them.
So they could all be the same.
They're in the fridge. I asked for 6 different ones. And here's the thing, too. I wasn't going to say anything about this, but I'm going to because 'tis the season, right? Again, Beth and I have been very blessed this year financially. Now, we're not making tons of money.
What's it like to be rich?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's great.
This is the first year. I'll put it to you this way. When we went to vacation, get ready for vacation this year, usually we stay at the cabin for free. My parents put up for it.
Yeah.
They're going to get the cabin regardless. It happens to be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So they go, well, we're getting the cabin. You guys can stay free. Kevin usually gets hotel, and we put a little towards this hotel. My parents do just out of the kindness of our hearts.
Yeah.
Well, this year...
We're not a lot nicer than I would not give Sarah money for a hotel.
Yeah, well, Sarah's got money.
There's that, too.
No, and honestly, Kevin does. Kevin doesn't make great money, but here's the thing. Kevin's single and has, like, no responsibility or debt.
Single and ready to mingle.
He is. But I said, listen, and Beth's the same. She went, why don't we just let Kevin stay at the cabin? Because we have the 2 boys, 1 bedroom with a full, even a king-size bed, but not much floor room is not big for a family of 4.
Right.
So we used my points from work. We got a hotel suite. So we had a living room, full kitchen, bathroom. It was 1
Fancy.
bedroom. It was 1 bedroom, but 2 king-size beds.
Y'all got that concrete pond, too?
I honestly, I think there was one there, but we never went to the pool. But anyway, so we're doing okay. We use my hotel points, so we get for a week in a suite. We paid like $640.
That's actually really good.
Oh, it's stupid cheap.
Yeah.
Especially in like a hot spot vacation zone.
Yeah.
But it's just this year, like Beth was
It's
getting
more of a
choked
cold
up.
spot vacation zone, but
No,
our opinion of hot spots are.
You would have loved it. The last 3 days were 70.
Oh, fuck, never mind.
It was beautiful.
I love 70.
It was, dude. I literally the last day we were there, Thursday was the last full day. I went, Martelle would love it right now because it was warm enough that you didn't need a shacket. It wasn't too hot. There was no real cold, but like you would have loved it. And then we went to head home Friday. It was 71 when we left, and I was like, hey, it's 50 in Ohio right now.
fucking hate it.
In Ohio to Tennessee is not that far. It's not like going
It's
to Florida.
far enough.
Yeah, and we've talked for years about moving there. But anyway,
You
it's just
should.
we've done well. So we go to leave the hotel, and the way since COVID, and I've known this because I travel for work sometimes, the hotels don't do room service. They clean when you leave. That's it, unless you request it.
Yeah.
If you need towels, we'll do it. If you want us to clean your room, we'll do it. But unless you request it, we just clean when you leave.
Yeah.
Well, we keep our room clean. They said set the trash outside. We'll pick it up. So we were doing that. We kept up after supper. We had no vacuum. We had no, Well, the last day we had biscuits. We went to Crockett's Breakfast Camp on Thursday. Highly recommending. It's in Gatlinburg. We had a bunch of leftover biscuits. So that evening, Judd wanted biscuits and bacon. Well,
Okay.
Judd, who was 3, newly turned 3, will put biscuit in his mouth, then walk around with a biscuit in his mouth and his hand, and it got everywhere. So we were able to leave a really nice tip for the hotel. We leave to go to the brewery, and I told Beth, I said, I don't know where the tab's going to be because I got a steak. She tried something new. We got meals for the boys. I got a beer with my steak. I ordered a 6-pack to go. I said, but I feel like leaving a silly tip. I said, it's Christmas. We've done well this year. We're going home with more money in the bank than we've ever left a vacation with.
Yeah.
And she went, wow, leave $100. Okay. So the tab comes, it's $113.
Okay.
Which is, usually we get in and out of there for under 50 for
Yeah.
a family of 4, which, again, with these steaks, phenomenal. But it's $113 total. And since COVID, they changed things. I thought I'd get a tab, leave the card, I'd get it right on the receipt. Here's my tip. No, they have those handheld things at the table. So she brings it to me and hands it to me. I insert my card and it's like leave a tip and it gives me the percentages or custom amount.
Yeah.
So I hit custom, put in 100, hit enter. And I wait because I want to make sure it goes through. And I hand it back to this lady. Now, over the course of the time we went there, which they opened at 11, we got there as they opened. She was patient with Beth because Beth wanted to try something different because she always gets a steak, which she regretted and didn't even finish her meal. She was patient with the
Lesson
kids.
learned, Beth. Get that steak.
I told her. I said, you should have got the steak.
Did she get a salad?
No. She got
You never go to a steakhouse
She got a
and get a
chicken. Well, I got a salad with my steak because
That's different.
Judd likes salad. Yeah, totally different.
That's different.
No, she got a chicken burger sandwich. It was like ground chicken. I don't know. But she ate like maybe half the sandwich and the mac and cheese.
Okay.
Which the mac and cheese was great, she said. But anyway, I handed it back to this lady who told me, and she seemed to be a little older than us. I don't know for sure. She was super sweet, great service, great with the kids. Told us she drives an hour to work as a waitress,
What you don't know is she aged while she was waiting on you guys to make a decision
Wait on Beth.
on
I
what
knew
you
it.
wanted to eat.
I didn't even look at the menu.
And she was outside smoking, and she just 10 years like
Hey
that.
kids, what do you want?
Just aged right
Sounds
in
like
front of you.
the twins off of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
The weird ladies. But I handed it back to her, and she goes, "Do you want a receipt?" And I said, "Yeah, just because I wanted to make sure she got her tip." I didn't realize she'd be seeing it in front of me.
Yeah.
So it's really awkward. Now, we donate to charity through the year. We donate to my cousins, the Two House. Sometimes I post about it. We donate to helping homeless people. But we don't make a big deal about it because to me, if you're donating, you should do it because you feel led to. You want to help others. It's not about bragging. But I only share this because it was awkward for me because the receipt prints out and she looks at me and she goes, "Oh, no." And I said, "What?" She goes, "Did you mean to put $10?" And the first thing that popped in my head was, who pays $10 on tip on a $113 tab, lady?
Well, that's 10%.
What kind of sick SOB? Yeah.
But
10% though, less than 10% on a great service at a great restaurant with great steaks.
But people are assholes.
No, you're right.
And people will do 10%.
Absolutely. And I told Beth when we left, I said, that tells me that she's so used to getting tips so poorly, she thought I made a typo. And I said, "No, ma'am." I said, "We've been blessed this year. We just wanted to pay it forward. Merry Christmas." And she started getting choked up and she said, "Thank you." She's like, had to walk away. And I don't say that to bring any light onto what we did.
Humble brag. I made someone cry.
Just so you guys know, I'm way better than you all going into this Christmas season. If you don't tip your waitress $100
Fuck
on
you.
$113 tab. But no, I got kind of choked up too because I just was thinking I'm going to do a kind thing for a stranger and leave and not be known. Because we were leaving out of town.
Wanted
to be
to.
back. I wanted to.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
And it didn't. But in the end, because the conversation made me go, man, she doesn't. She's not used to being tipped well. And she gave great service. She was very sweet, good Southern hospitality.
Yeah. Happy ending and all at the end.
Oh, dude, I didn't even mention that.
Right.
That cost me another hundo. But no, it was a great vacation. The boys loved it. My favorite part was where our hotel was. Almost every day we passed by the Hollywood Wax Museum, which I've never been to because I don't see the point in paying to look at wax people.
No.
But outside on their tower, there's a giant King Kong holding a plane, statue.
I hope that's made of wax.
So that'd be awesome. It just melts in the summer and they have to rebuild it every year. But every time we go by, Judd, my 3-year-old, which Huck started at 2, but Judd would go, "There's the giant gorilla," and he's holding an airplane, and I see his big bum. So that became a whole running joke. Every time we passed, we rode the giant Ferris wheel during the day, which we usually at night, and from there he could see the big gorilla and his big bum. So yeah, it was a great vacation.
Look at that monkey's ass.
We got a steak. Obviously here, we now recommend it.
Yeah.
You got to get one fresh.
I got to get one fresh.
You got to get one fresh.
I'll have to make
I
a
think
trip
you'll
down
bump
there.
up from 3.5 to at least a 4, if not a 4.5.
Day trip.
I would ride, if you would drive, I would go down with you. We'll use my hotel points. Let me save some up. We'll get a free hotel for a night. We'll drive down like a Friday, get a hotel, get a steak on Saturday, and drive home.
I have friends who have a cabin down there somewhere.
Well, so do I.
I don't know if it's in Gatlinburg.
I mean, we could always get my buddy's cabin too. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And Music Derek and I almost did this last year, but COVID hit. So we'll just make a trip of it. Maybe we take Music Derek. We all go down.
Grab some guitars.
Grab guitars, put meat in our mouths.
Get some bongos. I'll play bongos.
I've got bongo cajones, like the wood box bongos. You can play those.
Give me a steel drum.
Okay, so anyway,
Speaking
of Tennessee,
you
told me, I told you I bought multiple whiskeys and bourbons, multiple beers, and you said, "Sweet, bring 2 tomorrow."
Yeah.
So I brought 3.
Bring 2 of the same thing.
Yeah, not beer and whiskey.
Not a whiskey and a beer.
I brought 3.
I'm glad that you interpreted that properly.
Right. I was like, craft beer and whiskey. No. So the first one I have here.
Well, So I wanted to do, because I just wanted to do 2 today, because then that gives us literally 3 shows if we do 2 per show. Or we can do 3 and just do 2 shows. Not today, obviously, but...
Yeah, because I didn't bring them all.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. I brought this one because I got 2 bottles of the same, because this one's yours. Merry Christmas.
What?
So we don't have to open this one today.
Let me see.
But I brought it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Now, this is the same place that I got the funky sour gummy worm whiskey moonshine and that unicorn moonshine that was super sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're older now. That is aged 3 years.
Okay,
it's a
so
rye
this
whiskey aged 3 years. We don't have to open it today because I have a bottle at home too we can always sample. So I have 2 here we can sample if you want to hold off and do 2 each. But that's here if you want to try it.
I'm going to set that right there.
Okay.
Let's see what you got, and then we'll see how frisky we get afterwards.
Okay. This here, same from Junction 35 in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Single barrel straight bourbon whiskey, 100 proof, aged 5 years.
Okay.
This is from the place that made the sweet stuff you weren't a big fan of last year.
Yeah.
So now that I've got something, 100 proof, aged 5 years, and this is a single barrel. Now, I've not tried this.
Okay.
So I'm intrigued to try this one.
All right, so we got to do it neat then.
Yep, we'll do it neat first. So there's the bottle. You definitely have my permission to open it. Hopefully it's a good cork pop.
We'll see.
We will see. I'm trying to make sure these bottles don't fall over. I've been trying to keep them upright and off the corks.
Yeah, speaking of people being upright, we got another invitation to the Bourbon Trail from Dude and the Bourbon Hunters.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Let's go. Too bad they invite us when they're already there.
We didn't get an invitation. That was the joke.
I hate them so much. Why would you take Tyler and all those and not us? We're so much cooler than Tyler.
And he's gotten fat.
See, here's the thing. That was good.
I like it.
That was a good bottle pop, Junction 35.
I like it.
Shout out to Caleb, by the way. He was my bartender / sampler guy / whatever recommender at Junction 35. And honestly, it's a really, really cool setup. It's a cool. They have a shop and distillery on one side where you can get shirts. They offer gin, they offer whiskey, they offer bourbon.
Gin's relatively easy to do.
Moonshine, no, it is
in the interim of waiting for your stuff to age.
Vodka. Now here's the thing: I tried a couple flavored vodkas, which we've talked about. We're not fans of. They had a bomb pop. You remember the red, white, and blue popsicle vodka? Tastes
so this
just
is an MGP,
like a bomb pop.
Just as a heads up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Distilled in Indiana, produced and bottled in Junction. By Junction.
Junction 35.
So this is an MGP.
Yep.
Which nothing wrong with an MGP.
No, we like several of them.
Yes, just calling out that
it is what
they
it is.
are. They are not making their own. They are
right. And I think because they're only
doing whatever.
They've only been open like 2.5 years, so I think they're still working on their own.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But last year, when I went exactly a year ago, they had nothing aged over 2 years. And even those were MGP.
This smells really good.
Does it? I've not smelled it. I've not tasted it.
It smells really good.
That smells surprisingly
for 100 proof. It doesn't have
the burn,
the
alcohol
ethanol nose burn.
All right, I'm going to let you go first. You do the honors. I still got steak taste in my mouth. It tastes so good.
Ooh, that's good.
Good stuff?
I think so. I'm going to have to give it another taste, though. There's a little bit of a...
You can taste the 100 proof.
Yeah, you can taste the 100 proof on it. It's got a... it's very creamy and oily at the same time. Like, the viscosity.
Yep, I agree.
Has that. But the one thing I noticed is it's almost... And this is just me. It has almost a soapy cilantro finish. It's very mild, but that's me. I also get the same thing with Basil Hayden, except Basil Hayden is super strong on that.
Smell it again after you've tasted it.
It's a completely different scent.
It is. It's weird.
But it's still good. It still
it's good.
It's very...
I don't get the soapier cilantro, but I rarely get that taste like you do.
No, I'm not getting it this time.
Okay. And again, that's the neck pour. This is not breathed any. This is fresh opened.
But it's really good. It's got kind of a baking spice and caramel to it.
In this bottle, price point wise, where do you think it is? You know what I paid total for?
I know you paid total for everything. So
really, for 5 bottles, so I got the 6 free.
I want to be like in the $32 range.
This is more about the 55, 60 range.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of the... Now, again, you're not going to find this on shelves anywhere. This can only be bought through them.
So, and I'm not mad at that price.
No, and I agree with you. It's a little steep.
But it's a little steep for a 5-year.
It's a little steep, period.
Well, not period. I think if this aged a little longer, then 5 years. Like if this was a 7-year,
Yeah.
okay, $55.
Yeah.
I would be in. Like 7 to 9 year.
Yeah, I believe, and again, I'm trying to remember. He wrote it on the box for me, and I didn't take a picture of that. But this they're all between like 50 and 60, except for one thing I'm going to bring later.
Okay.
I have a surprise for you, but I think you're going to love it. I intentionally try to get stuff you'll like this year.
Whipped cream titties.
Close. Do you have the whipped cream vodka still?
Yeah.
We're going to need that.
Okay.
For another tasting.
Cool.
But yeah, this one here,
I like it. I do like it.
Pleasantly surprised.
I do like it. I like it a lot.
It does taste and smell like a good single barrel. I like the second taste better, I think. Still pretty good pop.
Yeah, for being open. How do we want to do this?
Well, we can taste them all neat, and then we can add ice if you want.
Well, I was going to...
What are you thinking?
I just poured more. I was going to put some water in it.
Go ahead. We can do that. Pour me a little. I don't have water, so you have to splash me a little water in. Give me some of your backwash water.
I don't backwash in my water. That's what children do.
I blew bubbles in mine with my colon. And I'll be honest, for 100 proof, that's really, really smooth. Like, that is shockingly smooth for a 100 proof. No, I'm good. I'm just swirling it. I'm resting my arm on the mic stand. I'm not begging for more water.
You want more water?
Water me down.
You know what? I like this headset I'm using. I'm using a new headset today.
Yeah.
I'm using my Sony headset.
It looks good on you.
Well, it fits better than the Tectonics.
These always fit me good, but I have a massive head.
You do. And the problem I have with the Tectonics set is I wear my glasses. It presses into my head and then imprints into my glasses, into my head.
I think your ears are higher than
I have a weird head.
You do.
I need to find
you give weird head too.
A longer cord. I do.
A longer. Oh yeah, like you're on a really short leash.
Yeah, like this cord is super short.
You need an extension.
My cord that I use for the Tectonics, well, because it's built in.
Yeah, it's like 10 feet.
It's like a 10-foot cord, and it goes under my desk and everything. Okay,
wraps around my leg, hangs to my knee.
Yeah.
All right, so
throw it over my shoulder like a continental soldier.
Do your balls hang low? So you're taking a sip. I've swirled mine with water.
Ooh, yeah, I like it with the water.
You don't get smoother than that.
No, that is
I can't.
Ridiculous.
If you give me this and said this is just whiskey, try it. I would never guess it's 5 year.
I don't get that soapy taste either.
And I would never guess that's 100 proof ever.
No,
that tastes like almost 80, 85 proof. Like that
tastes like magic.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
And I don't mean so many people get caught on proof numbers. If it's not 100 proof, I don't want it. Screw off. You're not that cool. You're not that important. But the smoothness of that with just a little splash of water. Junction 35, well done. I'm going to say it, well done. And they've won 2.
They did a fantastic job.
Oh, I don't remember which ones. I forget. I asked him, but then I forgot. 2 of their makings, they have won national awards on, national recognition.
Okay.
I don't remember which ones. But for this here, especially with the splash of water,
fantastic.
That would be hard to stay out of. Like once you,
I'm afraid to put it over ice now.
That's a Pringles. Ooh, I don't know, man. I like mine cold. That's a Pringles bottle.
Yeah.
Once you pop, it's going to be hard to stop.
It's going to be hard to stop on that one.
That's fantastic. Now I'll be honest with you. I got 2 bottles of the rye because I wanted one for you and one for me. I kind of wish I got 2 bottles of this, so I hope the rye's good too.
I mean, we may have to dig into the rye after this.
Whatever, but I've got another special bottle for you.
All right, so well, let's finish this off.
Let's finish this off.
I'm at a 3.5. Or I'm at a 3. I'm at a 3.
I'm 3.5. 100%. Now, again, Junction 35, we're going to hopefully hashtag you on Instagram and everything else. If you've never listened to us, and I told you guys about our podcast, we rate 1 out of 5 donuts. And I did tell Caleb this at Junction 35. By the way, anybody else at Junction 35 listening, Caleb's fantastic. He deserves a raise. He was very pleasant, very knowledgeable, and he made the tasting fun. I'm giving it 3.5.
Did Beth do the tasting with you?
No.
Oh.
No, she's not a huge... Now, there's another one I'm bringing that she wants to try. She smelled it, but she didn't taste it. It's a flavored whiskey, but I think you're going to thoroughly enjoy it. But we'll save that for another day.
Okay.
So, Junction 35, hopefully somebody's listening. Give Caleb a raise or at least a bonus.
I'll find him on Instagram, and
there you go.
I'm trying to do more.
Because a year ago, I brought you their funkier flavorings, and you weren't a big fan. You don't like sweet.
It's
overly sweet. The
I
candy
don't like
sweet.
overly sweet.
And I brought you their sour gummy worm moonshine and their unicorn whatever moonshine, which was like cotton candy-ish.
Yeah, you brought that six pack of the small moonshine stuff.
No, that was from a different place.
Oh, that was from a
that
different
one
place.
from Junction 35. That was from, I want to say, Tennessee Distilling Company.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yes.
It was something else.
Because I still have the 6-pack.
Do you?
And I use the bottles to hand out samples.
Oh, yeah.
I cleaned them out.
Cleaned them out and used the bottles. Which we liked a couple of those, too. But...
yeah. But I'm not a moonshine guy. Like, I'm...
No. And you're not a flavored guy, like an overly sweet, crazy flavored guy. You like your sour beers. You like...
Only certain ones, though. I'm getting to the point
exactly.
where some of the sour beers I'm not a fan of anymore. Like, I have found a dill pickle sour beer.
This place had... Junction 35 had their own pickles, and I almost got them.
Oh, that would have been amazing. I love pickles.
I almost did. Well, you didn't like those moonshine pickles.
Those
either,
are disgusting.
Which I didn't like the Old Smoky pickles either.
Old Smoky is gross anyway.
I didn't go to Old Smoky for the first time. I just
I don't know that you're not missing anything, though.
Well, they do certain stuff.
I mean, I know you like that blue flame stuff, but
No, I don't like the blue flame. We haven't done that yet. We're going to do that.
I don't really want to.
Me neither. We're going to do it.
You're going to eat zombie Skittles in that same episode.
Zombie Skittles and blue flame, dude.
Ugh.
Anyway, Junction 35. We're rating this.
Yes.
Martelle's giving this a 3 out of 5 donuts. I'm giving it 3.5. Really, we say anything over 2, buy it if you can find it.
Is bite you can find
If
it.
you're above a 2.5, you're doing really well.
Yeah.
So at 3 and
And-
3.5, even for 55, 60 a bottle.
And see,
especially with the water.
that's where I'm at. That's why I'm at 3.
And I told him, I said, price, we factor, well, Beth said it, because I had him writing the prices on the box.
Yeah.
And Beth said, when they review it, they're going to take that in consideration. He's like, cool.
Yeah,
You get it.
I am thoroughly in on this as a daily drinker. Like, if I made a trip down that way, stopping in at $30 a bottle, picking up 4 or 5 bottles of this at $30.
Oh, at $30, I'd load up.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But at 55,
Yeah. It's
it's a
tight.
bottle or two.
But it's
only-
still worth buying.
Only because I want to see what that is at a 7 to 9 year.
Hopefully in the next few years, they'll have more.
I mean,
I agree.
I want to see what that is at 7 to 9 year.
I will say that I'm
very
surprised.
good.
I did not expect that to be as good as it is.
Yeah, it's
Honestly.
the proof is perfect. 100 proof, perfect.
Great.
The flavor is perfect. With water is perfect.
We're going to try it over ice in a minute.
The price. It's
point.
that price.
But still at 3, you're saying get it.
Absolutely.
if you're
you
listening
need
to
to grab
this-
a bottle.
From Buckhorn Podcast, most of our listeners are in Ohio, but we've got
Some
folks
of
from all
them-
over the year.
some
all
of-
over the year. All over the world.
Yeah, we actually have a listener named Patrick. So Patrick, I mentioned Patrick the other day. Patrick wants to be on the show.
Yeah, come on, show. Come on the show. Who's Patrick? That's why I was
I
like,
know you're like, who the fuck is Patrick?
you and Mo were talking, and I'm like, who said what? And Mo, you guys were like, you sang that song. And I went,
Oh yeah, so you
the
sang
ice song?
I was working on it today, and then I gave up and deleted everything I was working on.
I hate when you do that.
I know it wasn't good. I need to learn how to do well. One, you sang a thing about ice.
I don't remember that at all.
Let me see if I can pull it up on my laptop here real quick.
I believe
no
you.
one will be able to hear it other than you. But
Yeah, when Martelle, when we make a split decision, from Martelle runs downstairs to get something, I may fill in the void and may sing something, and I never know what's going to happen because we don't really produce the show. We don't edit it a lot.
right. So this was from the latest episode, 184. Before we called Mo and Jason, and Ambush called them because it's from the Ambush call.
Okay.
So give me a second here so I can hear.
Okay, I'm going to take a headphone off.
Except it's not playing through the.
Well, you keep looking.
No, here we go.
I'm going to say Junction 35 for those listening. Again, if you go to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, they have, again, vodka, gin. They had rum. I didn't get the rum. I should have got the rum. But they have flavored moonshine. They have blueberry, watermelon, bomb pop, sour apple. They had a good apple pie moonshine. A really good apple pie moonshine.
Okay, so here's what, and I'm gonna just try to move the microphone over, and I'll yell just so that people can rehear it, or maybe I'll just I don't know
Whatever.
grab
Just play
the
it.
section and put it in.
Nah, just play it. Why try to be professional after 3.5 years?
It doesn't matter anyway because
Your
my
mic ain't gonna
microphone
move
ain't
that
gonna
way.
twist.
You're right. There you go.
All right.
You got to yank it off the stand.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
One point was so hard to get, you couldn't get it.
That's very hard to get.
I forgot to get ice.
Go get ice. Martelle's going to get ice. Gonna have to do some editing, cause Martelle at the bed forgot the ice. How do you forget the ice when you tell me you're gonna go get the ice? What he did, it was not very nice. He just forgot all the ice. We need a sphere for me, a spear for him, and you to see what we have. Hey, welcome back. I said a sphere for me and a spear for him. I don't even remember any of that. And I don't mean because I'm drunk. It's like when I say I don't remember things,
that's
it's
usually
just
what
my
happens
memory
in the show.
is trash. Yeah, we talk about stuff, and every once in a while, Mo, sometimes other people, mainly Mo, will be like, "Oh, that was awesome," or "That was funny," and I'll go, "What are you talking about?"
Well, when he said the ice song, I had to think about it for a minute, and I'm like, from the latest show. He was talking about the latest show.
He was listening to the show.
He's listening to the show. Which
Mo, shout out.
You don't do.
Mo, no, I don't. I don't listen to this anymore.
I
When we
have to
first started,
listen.
I listened to every minute of every episode just because it was like fun.
Yeah.
And I hated listening to my voice. I hate my voice. I just don't like it.
Change your voice then. Oh, we should get one of these the robotic
modulator
things.
things.
Voice modulator.
He said he hated his voice, but in reality, he loved his voice.
Yeah. I don't mind my voice, actually. And my
I don't
voice,
mind your voice, which is funny because I had some people tell me I don't like Martelle's voice. And first year we did that poll, who's got the better voice?
Yeah.
And it was almost
I
split.
fucking voted on
and
myself.
And then you vote on yourself to win.
I took the win by voting for myself.
Yeah. You straight trumped it.
Yeah, I did. Shit's rigged.
Mo, I wish you were here to try this Junction 35 single barrel. It is a single barrel too.
It is.
So again, factor that into price. But think about it. Other
It
things that you
does.
get for $30, if you get a single barrel, it's usually about $20 more. Like you creep up there.
You know what? I'm going to do the thing that the asshole bourbon people do.
The bourbon hunters.
No, the dickheads that really, really, really like Blanton's. Blanton's is a single bear, and that's like a 9-year.
I'm so mad
Isn't
I
it?
didn't buy that Blanton's.
Which one was it? So you made a comment, but
So we're
I
headed-
lost track. Like,
Okay, so
trying
here's
to
what
read
happened.
that 4 paragraphs you sent.
I'll rehash the story. So this year we decided let's find a different route to Tennessee.
Okay.
The guy, my dad's buddy that owns the cabin they stay in, said we went straight down 23, almost all the way to Gatlinburg.
Damn.
And I'm like, wow, how long?
23 goes all the way down there?
Close. So I look it up. I put in the address we go to leave, and it gives me 3 options. So I can go way out 56, which is way out up north. Shoot down 71, deal with Cincinnati, go 75 and all that. And it's like 6 hours and 15
That's
minutes.
That's awful no matter which
It's
way
terrible.
you're going. Like I
The way
came that way, I came back that way from Florida up through Georgia.
Don't.
Well,
That's dumb.
Liz has family in Atlanta, so we swung through
dumb.
Georgia. That was the worst. It was April, I think, when we made that trip. We got into the mountains in the middle of a fucking blizzard.
That's awesome. I love mountain blizzards.
No, that
So,
sucked
you can
because
deal
the
with-
truck in front of us jackknifed
Oh,
and
yeah,
blocked the
that'll happen.
goddamn road.
So you can head through Cincinnati, Louisville, Knoxville, whatever, and deal with all that traffic. And it's like 6 hours and 15 minutes.
That's
the way
stupid.
used to go, head down 23 in Ohio here, pick up 104, cut over, go through West Union, take back roads. It drops you off just north of Knoxville, and you're on the freeway from Knoxville on.
Okay.
It's like 6 hours and 40 minutes. But until you get down near Knoxville, you're pretty much back roads, pretty much 2-lane, easy traffic, but it takes a little longer. Well, I looked up this way, which was the third option on the GPS this year.
Okay.
And it takes you down 23
What GPS were you using?
all the way.
Because Waze is
no,
really...
Google Maps.
Switch
Apple
to
Maps.
Switch to Waze.
Well, my parents used Waze and didn't give them the option. I've compared. I like Waze.
I use Waze for everything.
Yeah, they do too. And so does my brother. But it took us down 23 all the way through Ohio, crossed the river. We ended up going through Kentucky, then part of Virginia,
Damn.
and then into Tennessee. And it actually ended up the way
Hold on.
down.
West Virginia or Virginia?
No, Virginia.
How the fuck did you go to the
That
Virginia?
just the tip. We went through just the tip. You know how it has that little at the end?
I gotta look
So you got
this up.
look up the map. Oh, you're
'Cause-
pulling up on the big screen.
Yeah, because
Look it
I,
up. Just
I don't
pull up-
understand geography, so
Just pull up like United States map or something.
I'm going to do better than that.
Oh, here we go. You're going to do the whole GPS it.
No.
Anyway, we're heading back home, and I can't remember if we were in Virginia or Kentucky because I kept falling asleep yesterday. Thank you again, Beth, for driving. And I woke up.
It should be a shared responsibility.
It should be, but she volunteered, and I'm not going to fight her.
I mean, Liz and I share the responsibility of driving when
Plus,
we go
well, here's the
anywhere.
thing, too. Judd's still in a backwards-facing car seat, so for us to switch, we have to switch car seats because I have to sit way farther back than Beth. She's a foot shorter than me. Like, it's a big deal for us to switch drivers. We have to switch the boys.
You know
we have to
what?
switch the luggage.
Never mind. I'm thinking Virginia's further north.
Yeah. So
Than-
yeah,
than
exactly.
where-
So we came down Columbus, straight through Kentucky, straight through that tip of Virginia, down there towards Gatlinburg.
Okay.
So yeah, we went through just the tip. We just got
Okay. No, I'll give you that.
We
For
just got
some
a
reason,
little Virginia.
I was thinking.
Well,
that,
most people don't think Virginia extends that far.
Well, no, I was thinking that
West.
Virginia was basically transpose Washington D.C. and Virginia,
That's completely different.
swap them.
Yeah, that's way off. Way off. And Virginia actually goes further west than West Virginia, which
It
makes
does.
a lot of sense. But so we went that way. So on the way back, we're in the same route. We loved it because it's like 4-lane highway, very little traffic. There are some small towns, you have some red lights, but
Yeah.
time-wise, it was like the same as doing the whole Cincinnati whatever bullcrap.
Okay.
Well, we're heading up and we stop at a red light. And I went, J&J liquor store, whatever, J&L liquor store. And she goes, do you want to stop? And I went, I spent a lot of Junction 35. Yeah.
She just gave you a pass. Do
Yeah.
you want to stop?
And she literally was just like, because I said, I think we're in Kentucky. Kentucky's got everything. So I go in and I walk down the first aisle and it's really tight packed. Hole in the wall, like rundown looking building. And there's like all the Canadian whiskey and the scotch and the nasty stuff. And around the corner, which I have to do sideways because I'm large and I take up a lot of real estate. And I see on this table 2 little square like basket bucket type things. Mm-hmm. One has
It was
bottle,
a clearance.
No, it was
know.
just. I wish. And the first bottle I saw was Eagle Rare, and I went, oh, because I haven't found Eagle Rare in the wild in so long.
It's been. I haven't seen it here in Ohio, but I haven't really been looking either. I haven't been
Yeah.
to the liquor store
Forever.
actually looking for anything in probably a good year. Now I knew the OHLQ releases came out and we did milkshake.
It brought the boys to the
specifically
yard.
it did. It brought me right to the liquor store and I bought a bottle.
I wish I had
But
more steak
I
right
went
now. Sorry.
specifically for that.
Yeah. So I see this, and in the one little square bucket tin thing was Eagle Rare.
Okay.
Standard size bottle, pint, whatever. 5th.
750 milliliters.
Yeah, that one. And then the giant Buffalo Trace. And then 2 other
The
bottles.
the 1.25 or whatever.
1.75.
or
I think.
1.75.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have one of those downstairs.
And then 2 other bottles. Well, I immediately grabbed the Eagle Rare and the Buffalo Trace was like, I'm good to go. And then I looked down and I realized bundle, $270 or $80. I'm like, fuck. Then in the next
so you
tin,
had to buy all of that.
you had to buy all 4.
Okay.
And the other 2 bottles I'd never heard of, didn't know their value, didn't.
Who cares about value?
Depends on what they are. if I'm buying those for $260, $70 and I get Eagle Rare Blanton's and Kentucky Tavern and B-Mate Star, I care about value.
Well, we already decided that the B-Mate Star can be corrected with a bottle or a can of
9
Whiskey
millimeter
set.
to your head.
the whiskey sour mix that I bought.
And then in the tin next to it, the first thing I see is E.H. Taylor. It's got the big tube, the big, fat, thick tube.
Yeah.
And 2 bottles I don't recognize and a Blanton's. It was $360.
Yikes.
And I was just like, and I said, is there any, I said, I'm from out of town. I can't find this stuff in Ohio. I said, could I purchase the E.H. Taylor, the Blanton's, the Buffalo Trace, and the Eagle Rare?
Yeah.
And they went, no. They have to stay in there. So for me to get all 4 of those, I'd have to spend like $600. And I was just like,
I get it, but that's absurd.
and I when I left, I told Beth, I said, that would have made sense if I was going to flip them back in Ohio and make money.
Yeah.
But I want them to keep. So I was talking to these people. I said, I'm from Ohio. We don't get any of this. Like, I can't find this stuff. I said, honestly, there's
Which is funny if you talk to dude, he'd be like, "Oh, they have it all here. You get it in Dublin every day."
Dude's stupid. But I told him, I said, there are people that line up. They know what stores get their drops when. They line up at 4 a.m. They fight over Blanton and say, I said, I just want a bottle to enjoy. I'm not looking to flip it. And she goes, you know what? Let me check in the back. And I'm like crossing my fingers. And she comes out with, she goes, it's not she had Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
She goes, it's just the 750. Is that okay? I said, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I said, or I said, how much? Because, in Kentucky, it's not like Ohio. She said, oh, $32. I said, deal. That's
For a bottle of Blanton's?
Yeah.
Or
No,
a bottle of Buffalo
Buffalo
Trace?
Trace, yeah.
Fuck, I'm in.
I said, deal. I'll take that. And
I'm trying to.
she
find
was
a
like,
post.
"Yeah, we try to kind of keep stuff back because we get the same people coming in." I said, "That's what happens in Ohio." And I said, "I can't." I said, "I've given up on good bourbon because I'm not willing to fight for it." I said, "I want to enjoy it. I'm not looking to flip it.
Yeah.
If I do anything, I'm sharing it with friends. Like I'm not." And she goes, "Well, you're the kind of guy we're looking for." And I said, "I will be back next year on the way down and the way back up."
Yeah,
We will come this
it
way.
is.
Like, because they were really nice once they realized I'm not looking to flip it. And I'm like, "So can I get the Blantons and the H. Taylor and stuff now?" She's like, "Yeah, no, we can't."
No.
Dang it.
That's already.
Because I would have
set up
walked out
as
of
a-
there with like, I would have walked out with all those if I could have, and they were all individually at the manufacturer's price, the suggested retail. And
Yeah.
I was like,
See, and that's
but yeah, I just had to walk away.
and it's a shame that they have to do that shit. Like that,
Even in Kentucky.
to bundle stuff to keep dickheads from fucking shit
And
up.
and this is one of those things we pass through. There's like 2 traffic lights, and on one side is a few restaurants and like a store, and the other side, like there's nothing. We're in the mountains. This isn't a sprawling metropolis.
Yeah.
I literally were sitting at a red, and I looked over and go, "Oh, liquor store," and it was a run down old building. Like it was.
Well, see, and those are the best.
And she's
things,
like, "Yeah,
anyway.
we deal with these people all the time. They come in every day asking for the same stuff. We can't get it." And and this is another thing I mentioned. He said the guy that was working said they used to get 4 to 6 cases of Eagle Rare every shipment. Now they might get 4 to 6 bottles every 2 to 3 months. That's how bad it's gotten.
That's so. And that's the way it used to be with Weller. Now it seems like Weller's on the shelf every week, and
It's coming back. But again, had I known then what I know now, the Weller Antique at $25 a bottle with the screw top.
would just
I
bought
would've-
the shit out of it.
Oh, dude, I would have bought every bottle I saw. Because it's
So-
a great bourbon at 25. Like, it's off the charts.
This made me think of you.
Okay.
This was on November 11th.
Okay, first off, that's a Kentucky Tavern.
Just read his comment.
Very underrated bourbon. And he's got a cigar cutter with a square cigar, wafer cigar, as they call them, which I hate. I tried one. Of a cigar I love. I tried a wafer version, hated it.
Well, yeah,
And he's got a tin that looks like maybe pipe tobacco.
potentially. I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
But he's calling
cool
Kentucky,
picture.
Yeah,
The Kentucky Tavern
underrated.
is not an underrated bourbon.
We're going to
It's
scroll
$8.
down here to Mr. Chris Pringle.
It's the worst bourbon I've ever had. I bought a bottle years ago, and man, it's bad. I don't mind well liquor at all, but even Coke and grenadine can't help this. Agreed.
We did that. We
Chris
literally
Kringle.
did that.
I agree, Chris Kringle. Santa Claus. Leon replied, "I want to go that far. LOL. Is it amazing? No. But to me, it holds up against a lot of bourbons that are under $20.
No, it does not.
No.
It does not.
Which this place had a ton of ancient age. No ancient age.
But ancient
I looked for it.
ages, yeah.
Hell, I drink this over Jim Beam. You're an idiot.
No,
And I'm not a Jim Beam guy. Neither are
I'm
you.
not either, and I would take Jim Beam
I'll take
over
Jim Beam
over Tavern.
any day.
I
Just-
responded,
Just my palate, though. Everyone's different. Your palate sucks, Leon. Brandon Martelle.
"Hey, me,
Chris Pringle, I agree. Not something I would ever buy again. It made Coke and Dr. Pepper taste bad, and the old fashioned I made ended up down the drain. To each their own, but no thank you." So Leon says, "Well, I'm all for being open to trying new bourbon. So if you have any suggestions on a better bourbon that is in $10 price range, I'll give it a go."
there's no such thing as in a $10 price range.
The fact that you have to say, "Give me something better for $10," tells me you're an alcoholic or you just want to drink to look cool.
Right.
Like you're stomaching this. It's like people that don't like coffee trying black coffee. Like you either have a taste for coffee or you don't.
Or you don't, or you develop it.
Yeah, or you develop it.
You have to
but
develop
you don't develop a taste for good bourbon by drinking Kentucky Tavern.
No.
Chris
So-
Pringle said benchmark or ancient age. Agreed. Even Old
I've never
Crow's
had
better.
I've never had Old Crow. So, but
I've not had Old Crow.
I just responded basically and said, yeah, I would have said that the Ancient Age 10 stars much better than Ancient Age, and all three come from Buffalo Trace.
Yep.
Boom.
Kentucky Tavern's not
This
good.
dude likes Kentucky Tavern. He should try the Beam 8 star.
He would love it.
Ugh. All right, you got another
Speaking
bottle.
of, now this one here is special. I could. I wish we had live cameras sometime. We got to get cameras. We got to go live on YouTube.
So I'm working on it.
was a
I need to buy a new. I'm trying to buy a new camera for photography stuff, and I want to get a GoPro. And if I can get those two things, we can do video.
Notice the size of my bottle.
It's very tiny.
This here is from Junction 35 again. Aged 5 years. It's an experiment. They did one run.
I like Experiment Run.
You cannot sample this.
Woodford
Reserve.
Woodford Reserve does experimental bottles, and I love them.
I could not get a sample of this. I could not get a shot of this at the bar. This is batch 2, the only batch they had there. Bottle 404 of 444 bottles total.
You should have asked for bottle 1.
Well, I look for bottle 1, and I look for bottle 444, and I look for bottle 69 and 420. Nice.
69 and 420 are played out now.
And finally, I got so tired of looking at bottles, I just grabbed one and went. This is 114.4 proof.
Ooh. Interest peaked.
So this is a rye. This is called Righteous.
It's righteous.
So this is a very tiny bottle, and I probably will. We will by the time we go next year, this will be gone.
Unless they have something else.
So this one, same price range as the single barrel, but it's very limited run.
I give experimentals a pass.
Right.
I bought a 350 milliliter bottle from Woodford of a rye.
Yeah.
That was off the charts amazing.
That's the one we reviewed, right?
I don't know if we did or not.
I think we did.
Super thin bottle, white label.
Because we started talking about looking for that bottle.
Okay, yeah. So that bottle was $60.
That's where this one is.
Yeah.
So this is a rye. I've not tasted it. I've not smelled it. That was a clean pop. Right. That was a clean pop on a tiny bottle.
You know what?
So this is not breathed. This is not they couldn't even tell me what this tastes like. I know nothing. So we are going in blind on this. Yeah, let's clean our glasses out a little. We're going to try it neat first. All right. Good thing we didn't plan a bunch of stories today because we just kind of have gone all in on Junction 35. I'm so excited for this because when I saw this on the shelf, I went,
well, I had a topic of headlines to discussion.
Well, I mean, we can still
discuss
do that.
it. Well, we're 57 minutes at this point.
Who cares? We did a 3-hour episode last week.
I know, but we had Jason and Mo, and that's Jason really likes long form stuff.
Oh, he likes it long.
Well, yeah.
I sent him a message.
Although he's into whiskey sours now.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. Like he's not a big drinker anyway, but he's getting into whiskey sours. And
so he shared a thing on his Instagram story this week that said, hang around with people who are richer than you. Hang around with people who are fitter than you. Hang around with people who know more than you. And watch how quickly your life will improve.
Yeah.
So I replied, well, you check all those boxes for me. Let's hang out more. He just said deal.
I may have to end up moving to Arizona.
I wouldn't blame you. I'd miss you, but I wouldn't blame you. It smells great, don't it?
That smells fantastic.
Also aged 5 years.
Yep. It's 114.4 proof.
It smells great.
It almost smells like candy.
Yeah.
It has a very you can kind of pick up the alcohol on it, but it and some of the rye,
this
but
smells
it's very
like if somebody
sweet.
made a candle or a candy where they tried to make it smell like a rye whiskey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It almost smells too good to be true.
Oh. That is fantastic. That's really good.
I should have bought a couple more bottles of that.
Yeah, that's really good.
I should have gifted you one of those.
Oh, I'm thinking that we may have to pop this bottle of rye,
other rye?
quick,
Yeah.
just to do a comparison of their experimental rye versus their basic.
This is one of the better ryes I've had.
This is really good.
Especially for being a small, like, quote-unquote unknown, no name, no offense, Junction 35, but compared to like an Angel's Envy or a Blanton or a Buffalo Trace, most people don't know Junction 35, which I'm trying to help get the word out.
It's very much a rye. It's very peppery,
but in a good way.
Yeah,
it's not like overly.
It's not like black peppery. It just has that peppery taste to it, but it's sweet. It's very sweet.
I can't say there are many rye. The only rye I would even think would, man.
And it's not sickly sweet. It's sweet.
This is so well balanced. I would not have expected. Honestly, I walked into Junction 35 thinking we had that 2-year age stuff a couple years ago. We thought it was okay. It was a bit cheaper, but we weren't off the rails for it. I am getting shocked today by Junction 35. They are really, really impressing me. The single barrel bourbon, it's a blue label. If you're down there, again in Pigeon Forge off Teaster, right on Teaster Lane by REI.
Now, I'm a little surprised that their single barrel, they didn't use an orange label, because a lot of single barrels use an orange label and ryes use green labels.
They do have a green label one that I'll be bringing. I think I got that one. They had so many, man. I honestly got to drop a couple grand in there. Which over the years I may try more. So now we've got it with a little water. I'm swirling it around.
Yeah, it smells really righteous.
Righteous was a great name too. It lives up to it. That's it?
That's
Your face right there just told me that's it. Just a
It's-
splash of
it's-
water.
It's so good. Like they should be paying us. They should be paying us.
This is phenomenal. Junction 30. We need to find out who runs this. I need to get more info.
Yeah, they should be paying us.
This needs to come to Ohio. This right here, I would love. Okay, so here in the next couple weeks, maybe after the New Year's, you and I need to go get a nail steak and hit up Junction 35.
We may need to do that.
I want more of this.
So, and speaking of Ohio, you've heard it here second because I mentioned it here first.
So you've heard it here first and second.
Two Bitches coming to Ohio.
They are. I'm so excited.
I commented on something from the owner on Facebook on her personal account, and she goes, "Hey, by the way, Ohio, January 2022."
Oh, I'm so excited.
She goes,
We've been
"Let's
trying
talk
for
soon."
years to get them
She
here.
goes, "Let's talk soon."
Yeah, and we've even offered to help them. Like
I
which
did.
We have
well,
no clout.
Well,
But
I
like,
did offer. I offered to help, and I did the legwork to figure out how to get them into Ohio. After that, there's nothing more than we could do.
Right.
I provided them with the
They
information
need to
they
name
needed.
something after us.
I don't even want to go that far. I'm just happy
You know
that
what I
they're
want?
coming to Ohio.
I want some of Outer Belt stuff aged in their barrels, like we talked about.
Well, and that's something that.
So
Well, that's a whole other discussion.
Let's see what the
because
future holds.
I was talking to Dom, and he said that the barrel program may be going away.
going away. Well,
It's
fine
not-
then, Dom.
Well, it's not cost effective.
That's fair. I don't
like,
care about
it's-
cost effective. I care about us getting a barrel.
Well, I've
program.
got
I'll
actually.
pay for it.
I gotta get a hold of him because he's got barrels, and I'm supposed to get my hands on them.
I'll put my hands on his
They'll
barrels.
be Middle West Spirit barrels,
That's fine.
which I just
You looked
want-
at your watch, just reminded me.
Oh, look, you got a watch.
A new smartwatch.
Look at
I
you.
upgraded to an actual expensive one instead of a $60
Yeah, what'd you get?
2-gen old one. This is a Fossil.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to the Fossil store down there in Pigeon Forge and got a good deal. And I love it so far. I'm still trying to figure. I turn on every setting and everything.
Oh
I'm
no,
playing
turn
with
off
it.
settings.
Dude, I drained my battery in like 14 hours. It was dead.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't even count my steps now.
No,
So
you need
I'm
to.
fiddling. I just got it Thursday, so
and
I'm still
that
fiddling.
runs on Android. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
Back to this
the
year.
righteous.
This
This is fantastic. Like, it's a shame that this is the limited run, but they should make this whatever they
agree.
did. They need to take their formula, and they need to
it smells so.
they need to make this another rye run.
Yeah, like a normal, like name it whatever you want, but this
Call
needs
it
to be
call it
call
righteous.
it righteous. But
Call
it
it
needs
righteous.
To, yeah, it needs to be an ongoing thing.
Because that's what experiments are supposed to be. You experiment
This one's
to
phenomenal.
create
and
something that you can run continuously.
Again, hopefully somebody from Junction 35 is listening. We're pretty harsh. We will tell you what sucks. We're both realists. We're not pessimists. We're not optimists. We're realists, and we're both.
And the
people
fact
call
that-
us a-holes, but the reality is we just tell the truth.
And the fact
Here's
that
what we
I'm not
think.
getting paid for this, you're really going to get my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could have donated a bottle. I told you who I was, Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, well, we've had bottles sent to us, and we've
Had bottles sent from Catoctin Creek, Two Bitch.
which I'm not. I'm done with Catoctin Creek, unfortunately.
That's another thing.
I mean,
I don't want to go off on a side rail here. Speaking of side
there's
rail,
like
since
a
this
hair
little
stuck to this
train
fucking
thing-
bottle.
Well, that might have been mine.
Anyway, no, it's a long blonde hair.
Oh, that might have
It
been.
might have been Caleb's.
That was my pube.
Caleb's
I dye 'em.
pube.
Caleb and I got really close over the course of that tasting in front of everybody else.
Yeah. No, this is I love it.
I did
do.
not expect a lot out of this, and I was scared to be paying. This cost me the same as this big bottle.
I know, and that's what they do. Like it costs that much more to
but
run an
to be
experiment.
honest, had I known it was this good, I would have bought a couple more.
See, and that's the thing.
I'm not going to lie.
It is.
This
I was
is
looking for
fantastic.
other like.
Any of our listeners who are heading to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge soon, hit us up because I'm going to have you pick me some up. I mean, I'll
I
pay for
was
it.
I was kind of hoping that they had where it was produced. Like if this is an MGP that they've
Yeah.
brought in house and modified or whatever, but none of that
doesn't say.
information's on there.
Fantastic.
It just says Pigeon Forge.
Such a great rye.
I love it. I love it.
What do you rate it?
This one, I'm easily in on a 3.5 on this one. The fact that it's an experimental, I love that. I love the flavor, the smell, the finish.
That last sip was so good right there.
Everything about this, even the price. Like I am fine with paying twice the amount of a normal bottle on a 350 milliliter bottle for an experimental that
you'll never see again.
Well, one, you may never see it again. Two, that is fantastic. And
they have
three,
so much of this left. I should have bought so much more.
like it is like this is a hidden gem.
Yeah.
This is absolutely this I rank higher than that single barrel.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, it's just in general all around, and it is
And
an
it's half the size bottle for the same price.
Right.
And you're rating it higher.
and it's an apple to oranges thing anyway because it's a rye to a bourbon.
Yeah.
But one for one, this is so much better.
You gave that
than
a
that
3.5.
single barrel.
I'm giving it a 4.
I would give it a 4.
The only reason I'm giving it a 4 is because I found it. And usually you're the one that finds the good stuff.
Yeah,
I would give it a 3.5 though, based on price and availability. You can't get it in Ohio.
Well, even then, availability. Let's just say if this was Woodford, availability doesn't. You can't factor that in. It's an experimental. It's only going to be available in so much, and then it's gone.
Fair enough. So I'm solid at a 4 then.
So, you know what? I'm
giving it a 4.
I'm going to a 4. I'm going to a 4.
There we go.
I've talked myself into it.
But here's the thing: out of all the ryes we tasted, how many can you think of that are better than that, or equal to it? Better or equal to that? How many?
Angel Envy.
Exactly. Angel Envy is the only one I thought of. Maybe the Virgil Cane.
Virgil Cane and maybe the Elijah Craig when it was in an experimental run and it was only available down south.
Okay, I don't know that one. So
yeah, you do because you had it.
But I don't. Sorry, I don't remember.
That's fine.
I remember the Virgil Cane and I remember the Angel Envy rye. And then the Angel Envy rye, you're paying $100 for a full bottle, 750 milliliter.
Yeah.
But that's the only two I can put on par with this. So for me to look at this from Junction 35 in Pigeon Forge, I'm going to say this is one of the best 3 ryes I've ever had.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm easily at a 4 on this. Like, you need to go to Pigeon Forge and get this. If you're anywhere near or passing through, go to Junction 35. Get this. It's a tinier bottle. We'll post pictures. We should take pictures before.
Well, no, I'll do them downstairs. I'm not going to do them.
No, not here.
We'll just. I want.
This
good
is called
photos for this.
Also, we didn't read the label. This is Junction 35 experiment line. It's called Off the Rails.
Off the rails. I did see that, but I didn't read it.
Everything's train related. But it's called The Righteous. This is batch 2. 114 proof, dude. This is 114 proof.
It doesn't taste like 114. It does not have
From
that.
last year, what I got there, which was fun and kind of chinky and weird. The sour gummy worm's still good.
Yeah.
If you like the candied stuff, they have the bomb pop was good. This is a phenomenal whiskey.
This is good.
I'm afraid to take this home. I might need to lock this up somewhere and give somebody else the key.
You can leave it here. I won't drink it
I believe you, but I'm also
because it's not mine.
I know I fully trust you.
I can send you home with a sample, and you can leave the bottle.
Take a sample.
I mean, if that's what you seriously,
this one, you and I are going to enjoy this. Here's the thing. I wish
I
another
did that
bottle
on
pop.
purpose.
I wish we had Mo, Jason. I wish we had some of our friends here for this. So,
We can make that happen.
I was going to say, we're going to save some bottles. We need to have a big party. We've been talking about for years for our anniversaries. And due to COVID and everything else, we've never had a party. This is what I'm going to save for us to have a party. We have maybe Jamuel, Mo, me, Derek.
Oh, I
Music Derek.
talked to Jimmy about that Blood Oath bottle kill. He's still down to do it.
I'm down.
I mean, I didn't want
But
you
we
a part
need
of
to-
it originally, but
That's fair.
that
Why would you want me to be part of this podcast?
I don't know. Well, we weren't going to do it as part of this podcast.
Oh, you're just going to do a bottle.
We're just
so
gonna-
you're just going to sit there and drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just going to sit and drink.
Oh, that's fine. I don't have to be invited to all your stuff.
I mean, but
I don't mind being invited.
I said
'cause
something
you're-
to him the other
You
day.
know what? You're one of my best friends, Martelle. I love you.
I appreciate that. You're not one of mine.
I only said that to see
Although,
what you'd say.
you know what? I have changed my outlook on a lot of shit.
Me being that piece of shit.
No. I upgraded you to a bottle of piss. Now you're just coming out of a dickhole.
That's better.
I mean, no, because I have gone through basically my entire life basically saying I don't really have friends. I have acquaintances. I have people that I talk to, but I don't hang out with.
That's because you're a jerk.
Kind of, yes. Like it has always been.
Honestly, here's the reality. You're a really good dude
I try.
that has been screwed over a lot. You are a
I
realist.
keep everything close to the vest.
You do. You're a realist, and you see people for who they are.
Yes.
You don't play games.
No.
A lot of people don't want that.
No.
So they don't get close to you, and you don't get close to them, or you
Right.
don't allow that because you don't want to be around fake people.
Right. So
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I have
I have probably 5 to maybe 10 people that I would consider like actual legit friends. Like I could call on.
I have 3.
Am I one of them? You can say no.
At this point, you are. Like, if I needed you for something, not to bury a body, I wouldn't expect you to, because there would just be that whole religious conscience on you to bury a body.
We need to talk more off air. I'd totally help you do
I'm
that.
just kidding.
I got friends that are pig farmers.
I have, but
Forget burying.
but
We'll
like
just have them eaten.
I've got 2 guys. There are two guys. One of them I've known since 2nd grade, and the other I've known since 5th grade.
Have one of them been on the air?
Yes.
Okay.
Bubba.
Yep.
Bubba. I mean, I'll call him out. It's Aaron and Bubba.
The fact that dude drove as far as he did to record, then drive home, told me that dude really cares about you.
Yeah,
like
so
that's a brother. That's not a friend.
he is
That's a brother. That's
so-
family.
and that is he is like the,
We should have him back too.
I want to have Bubba back on.
We need to have a massive
you know
party.
what? We
Invite all of them.
We need to go to Bubba's house.
Okay,
He lives on a farm. Like he married a woman
that's good.
who has her family owns a farm. They took a plot of land. They built a house on this farm. They have a working farm.
Awesome.
Like we'll just go
I
out
used
there.
to farm. Yeah, I'm all for it.
I mean,
I'm a farm boy.
So all of his kids are in 4-H. They all do animal bullshit with 4-H.
They know where their food comes from.
Yeah, it is. He works for a coal mine. Like it is.
That's legit.
Like
that's blue collar America, man.
is-
That's what built America.
And I love Bubba. So and yes, he has been on the show once. He drove all the way out here and then left and drove home for a Christmas episode.
yeah,
It was a
around the
Christmas-
holidays.
'cause I gave you both.
That was
guys-
last year. Yeah.
I gave you guys both a bottle of Weller.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, hopefully this lives up. I haven't tried this either.
well, this is
not what I
so this
sampled.
is the ride. But yeah, so Aaron and Bubba are like the 2 guys. Like if I needed something,
They're there.
I'm calling Bubba. If like Aaron.
Well, Bubba's got a farm. He can hide a body easily.
Right, he can hide a body easily. Aaron, he is more of a
Plus,
guy
let's be
that
honest.
I've known literally my entire life. And then there's there's 4. Then there's Michael. Michael is literally a brother. Like
Michael Jordan?
no,
Incredible.
no. Michael was my mom's best. So his mom and my mom were best friends growing up, and then him and I were best friends growing up. Like fucking inseparable. And then it was my cousin and Michael and Aaron growing up. And then we had a group of friends, but it was always the 3 of us with everything that we did.
So you consider me almost on par with those guys. Almost.
You're almost there.
like right there.
You're you're on the cusp.
All I want to say is take that, Jason, and no. And don't respond. Just let me believe that I'm better than them. Give me something. It's fine. You can smile. You can smirk. Just don't say it. Don't say it. Don't hurt my feelings. Don't.
No,
break
that's not where I'm
my
going. I'm
heart.
going to like now. I'm starting to refer to more people as friends, and not just
versus
acquaintances.
yeah. Like
So,
you didn't
like,
care if they come or go.
You're a friend. Mo is a friend.
Mo's a great friend.
Jason is a friend.
Jason's a really good friend.
Aaron is
Because
a friend.
Jason's a good
Bubba's
friend because he does cool stuff.
Jason's a friend because
kidding.
he doesn't give.
Jason's the same guy no matter what.
Jason is not out for himself.
Absolutely. I agree.
The man, like
He looks so good.
the whole.
He's so cute.
He is. He's fucking goddamn that salt and pepper hair. I just want that.
He's one of those guys that went from being like an Abercrombie model as a young man, and now he's like the just for men model.
Yeah.
Like he's just always a model. He
like
just
he's
progresses.
just there, and he hates to be on camera.
He's so cute.
But like Jason,
I would kiss his
the
neck.
whole indie thing happened because Jason and I were talking, and I was supposed to go down to Tennessee.
Right, and you
and
couldn't.
go, and we went over all this in one of the shows, Mo and I. But Jason is like, he goes, I want to better my friends. That's his only objective. I want to better. He brought in a guy from the fucking UK. That's Patrick. Patrick lives in fucking UK.
Yeah.
Like he's
We-
just
we need to have a British guy on the show.
I
I have 2 British friends that live here. We could just have on the show.
we
But
could have on the show. So and Patrick. So I want to have Patrick on the show because I do want to talk about his experience with Indy. Like I want to get his perspective
That'd be sweet.
of Indy.
yeah.
It's more of a
No, I assume we'd have to do that over Zoom versus.
we would
Yeah.
or FaceTime or whatever. But that's more of a figuring out time
Yeah.
type of deal.
Big difference.
But anyway, so
So now we're on to the rye whiskey.
I'm trying to refer to more people as friends, not so much acquaintances. Now I have acquaintances, like,
Yeah, I did.
and then I have neighbors.
True.
So, and neighbors are lower than acquaintances because
Yeah.
I don't talk
It's
to my
just-
neighbors.
It's only because of
I don't-
proximity.
At this point,
Like,
I
if
don't
it
talk
wasn't
to
that we
any of
lived-
my neighbors.
Well, you've got the last year and a half has shown that.
So,
That's off the air stuff, though.
but yeah,
That's what they call inside baseball.
yeah. But yeah, so I poured the rye.
Now, this
Now,
is what
the
I brought
rye-
you as a gift. This is your Merry Christmas.
This is the Merry Christmas gift, and I do
This is
so
a
much appreciate it. I appreciate it.
$50
Depends on
bottle?
how it tastes.
Well, here's the thing. I paid for it, and then I went. I literally told Beth, "Man, I hope this is good," because I would hate to give you a gift that just sucks, but I couldn't try it.
You know what? It's
So it's like
the thought that counts.
I may draw
still
back.
have-
I may draw back to acquaintance after this tasting.
I still have a really bad bottle of Cartocton Creek downstairs that no one has taken care of, and they won't. And that's why I'm done with Cartocton Creek.
Okay.
So I reached out to them.
yeah, I remember that. Okay.
That bottle went bad like within
talked about that.
3 months. No one has like I talked to their sales manager, their guy that's out there. I talked
and
to
they
the owner.
originally sent us bottles to try. They were
They
great
did.
to us.
Oh, and then we couldn't get a media bottle, but I didn't want a media bottle. I'd buy the fucking bottle, but they still wouldn't send me a bottle, and
Yeah.
I couldn't get my buddy over there to pick up a bottle for us so we could try. And
Anyway.
it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. So, Junction Rye. This is also an MGP.
Yep. What's the proof on this?
This
I
is
think
one. It's 100.
Okay, 100 proof.
It's 100 proof. It is a single barrel, straight rye whiskey.
Okay, so the single barrels are all aged 5 years. All
Okay,
the single
so
barrels
this
are
is
5
a
years.
this is a 5 year.
So everything we're trying today is 5 years.
Okay, and I assume, and you said this is also a $50 bottle
Yes.
because you said everything you paid about $50 for every bottle,
Give or take.
Okay.
50 to 60. It's in that range.
roughly averaged.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay,
For
So-
for something decent, yeah.
smells great.
Smells good.
It almost. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that. Whoa. Oh, I touched my wire.
Yeah, you did.
That this is probably the same rye recipe that's in that
Righteous?
Righteous.
Could be. No way of knowing.
It almost has the same
Aroma.
nose,
Yeah. Very close.
but it's so good. It's kind of sweet, kind of
Smells
peppery.
great. Again, this is what I want a candle to smell like.
Yes.
This is like
Yeah,
It's
I
fine.
want, but it needs to be subtle. It can't be crazy. Like
No.
Liz has a candle downstairs right now that's a pine.
It's like
it's
overly
Christmas.
pine?
Well, it's not overly pine until it burns for about 2 hours, and then it's overly pine.
that's a long time for a candle to burn.
Well, that's we just sit. She
Right,
has one candle, and it's
Yeah,
usually
you
for
light it, you let it
downstairs.
sit.
And but holy shit, we bought it yesterday, and it is.
I didn't
overly-
intend for us to try this today. It is
did
your
not.
gift, but you chose to open it. So go ahead and give it a shot.
Well, I want to try it against the righteous.
That's fair. I didn't think about that when I brought it. I thought we'll try these two, but go ahead and give this rye a shot. See what you think.
Ooh. Go ahead and try that. It is heavily peppery with a hint of sweet and a little bit of there's a floral note in there, just slight floral note.
Yeah, definitely more heavy on the pepper than the righteous.
Yeah.
And there is a little something different in there in the sweetness end. That floral note that
It's like
a honeysuckle.
Yeah, it's a
sweet flower.
Yeah, I was trying to pinpoint. I picked up the floral, but then I picked up a sweet, and you said honeysuckle, and that's what it is. I was trying to separate them. I don't want to say. I shouldn't separate them. It is very
sweet
much
floral.
a sweet floral honeysuckle.
I like it though because that's different.
I like it a lot.
That's a really good blend.
Yeah, it's not something that I'm sure we've had something, but it's continuing.
I was gonna say, as I'm sitting here talking, I'm still having good notes.
Yeah, it's like
in my mouth.
I can feel. You know how you get that feeling in the back of your jaw?
Yeah,
I have it in the front of my lips,
yeah,
like under,
it's
like at my chin.
yeah. Right down in your chin dimple.
Yeah, it's not in the back of the jaw. It's at the front of the mouth, which I've never experienced that before.
This is really, really unique.
I like it.
I'm kind of glad that I got this as your gift because I have a bottle of this at home too.
Yeah.
So if
I'm really glad you got this for me as a gift as well.
I mean, Merry Christmas. I brought it today, and Beth goes, I thought you were saving that for Christmas. And I went, I don't know. With the way my work's going, which I can tell you more off air, in the holidays coming up, I said, I don't know what we're doing. I'm taking it today. And I didn't expect to open it, but I'm glad we did. This is really good.
This show's going to go out on the 7th.
Yeah.
Provided that I actually put it out on the 7th, as opposed to last week's show that went out on the 3rd, on the 2nd instead of the 1st.
Did it? I was on vacation. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so...
actually, yeah, because today is the 4th.
What is today?
Today is the 4th as we record it. So this will go out on the 7th. I mean, we only got the 14th.
We're only a couple weeks away from Christmas.
The 21st, and then it's Christmas. The 21st has to be our Christmas show. We got to plan that shit.
Yeah, we do. We should have a guest on. We usually do.
We do.
Maybe
whether
DJ
that's
again.
DJ or
somebody.
Or Bubba or Mo and Jason or Patrick.
All of them.
Or
Bring everybody.
I don't know that I can get that many people on a call.
Well, we'll get everybody here. We'll get Jason and Patrick on a call. Everybody else in person. We'll share mics. It'll be like we are the world. We are the children.
Yeah,
We're just like a million guys and like 3 mics. We just all stand around.
The share mic thing didn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Not with it did not work with Carrie and
Carrie didn't share.
And James.
That's a New Yorker for you.
He definitely didn't share.
I got to be honest. I was really nervous about giving you this without tasting it because again, I didn't get to try this.
You know what? I'm glad
I'm happy
you did.
the way it turned out.
I'm glad that you gave it to me without trying it.
Really?
Yeah. Because we both got to experience whether it was good or bad.
True.
I mean,
that's fair.
We're both sitting here trying this, and it could have went
really bad,
or it could have went the way that it went, and it's fantastic.
Well, I was between getting you the bourbon or the rye, and I went. You know what?
I'm leaning more towards rye lately.
Martelle's got a lot of bourbons. We haven't done many rye, so I got the rye. I'm glad I did. This, I like it.
I really do like it.
I really do. This again, it's a single barrel, right?
I'm having issues.
Rye. Try and get your ice out. I'm sure there's a lot of water now. I'm going to finish this neat. What do you give this neat?
God, you know what? It sounds cliche, but I'm at a 3.5 with this.
I'm with you. No, that's exactly what I was thinking. I give it 4 to the right just because of the single run. Like you're not getting it.
You're not getting that again.
This is a 3.5. You can get it all day. This is the orange label. If you go to Junction 35 off Teaster, or it's all in Teaster Lane.
Off Teaster Lane.
Off. Yep. If you keister it, you can bring it home cheaper because they won't even find it.
That's right.
Good luck though. This is a bigger bottle, so take it easy when you get in the car.
I've seen some crazy porn, so
I've seen that one.
Up to the elbows.
I like this.
I really do like this.
Will buy this again. I will say it that way. I will buy this again.
So this we're going to do over ice. I'm not so much worried about doing the bourbon over ice. We're doing this over ice.
Okay.
Because we're here at that point. So you got to suck the water out of that and then get the ice cube out.
Oh, that was nice, refreshing water. All right, so we got the rye. I got you here.
We got the rye over ice.
I'm just gonna let it chill for a second.
Let that chill. We're going to do some headlines.
Okay.
Like
just so you know, I might try the others over ice. But
that's fine. You do you. I'm not going to stop you.
Oh, we're going to do us.
So
you're going to have fun at your daughter's basketball thing.
We're like we're like an hour 23 into this, and we've just poured another. And I think we're just start doing a little more long formy stuff.
I'm for it, man.
I mean, I've gotten some feedback.
I've heard that the really long form stuff people love, some folks love, and the really short stuff people love. And the in between, everybody's like, yeah, we like it. So it's weird.
So, and I've definitely heard that we need to do more of just the quick, short, like blah 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 headline.
I've made one mistake in this show,
and
which usually you provide if there's food or whiskey, 99.999% of the time you provide it. I should have brought more steak. That's the only thing I'm regretting right now.
You know what?
I could really use more steak.
I could use more steak. I don't regret that you didn't bring more because I never expect.
Oh, I know you don't expect it.
Because we started this show. Well, let me rephrase that. I started this show. You joined in with me, and it has become our show.
We started the show together. You started the idea of it 7 years.
That's what I'm saying. I've started this.
Still to this day, I tell people, it's like Martelle put on Facebook.
Every year for 7 years.
7 years. And finally you went, I ordered equipment. I'm starting to show who's with me. And like 16 people replied. And you were just like ignoring all of them, and all I said was me ? And you went yes, and that's how it
Yeah,
started. It was that simple. Me? Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
I
we're in.
ignored because a lot of this it was just dumb
that's why I
shit.
told- that's why I
no
told-
one actually said they wanted to do it. It was her.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
But
blah.
look at us now. We're getting
Yeah.
papers.
Yeah, walking papers, but they're papers nonetheless.
It's still the same.
So, and we just do it to have a good time. It's not like, I mean, yes, I would love to get more listeners. I would love for the 40-some people that are downloading the shows to share it with other people. They're not doing that. How do I know they're not doing that? Because we still have the same 46 people. There are 46 downloads
Here's the other
every
thing,
single
though.
week.
I hear people tell me, they literally tell me through text or in person, I sent this to a friend, or I told a friend about this. I don't know how much I trust the biometrics. I'm not saying we're getting millions of downloads, obviously.
So let me. So you know what? Because
But
we're
I only
talking about
trust it
that.
to an extent.
I'm going to show you something from Spotify. If provided I can find it. So Spotify podcasters access your rap. And I hate the Spotify rap.
And when we
bullshit.
talked to someone who ran
Okay.
the podcast network, he went, "Your numbers are way higher than a lot of our network, our shows."
So I don't know that
and we're going how, but
because
he gave
we're
us
not
numbers
seeing it.
we didn't see.
we're not seeing it. So
So I think he paid. Like I think that people pay for services that show more than we see because we don't pay.
they might be.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
so this is our Spotify, solely straight
Just Spotify. Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to pull up something you're not going to be able to see, but I'll read you the numbers. So our last show, Ambush Call, which is where we called. We just
We just decided to call Mo and
call
and
and
Jason.
see who would pick up, and if neither one of them picked up, then they didn't pick up. So let me log into Podbean real quick. Now, we have, for Ambush Call, we have, for the first week and the first month, we have 24 downloads. Out of that 24, 10 of those came from Spotify, because Spotify is solely just Spotify. It's only tracking Spotify. And that's starts. That's not starts, finished, or listened all the way through. That's just starts. So we have 24 downloads total, which 10 of those came from Spotify.
Wait, where do you see 24?
You don't. That's what I said.
That's on the other thing. Okay.
That's on my laptop.
Because on the starts, I see 1.2
10
K.
right here. Well, that starts all-time starts across the board for all
Okay.
shows.
But streams, here's the thing too. You count downloads, you see we don't have many downloads, but streams we have 860.
We have 860, but that's only through Spotify. We don't see that, and I don't know how
See,
that
that's
gets
what I'm saying. I think
pulled
we have more
from
listeners.
Podbean.
Than we joke about it, but I think we have more than we know
We might, but for the 46 people listening,
that we know of.
that I can say, hey, there's 40, like Maker's Mark Brownie Sunday and Am I the Asshole episode, 48 total downloads in the first month. Those 48 people are not sharing with other people to listen. Like, hey, these guys are funny, or hey, this is a show I listen to every week, or now, and I can't say, let me rephrase that. So out of the 24 people for the Ambush Call, one of them shares stuff. And that's Mo. Because Mo will post up my Thursday afternoon, and it'll just be a picture of his phone on his desk when what he's listening to, and it's our show.
It's us.
It's us.
Thanks,
So-
Mo.
But let's see. So that's, our other top episode from Spotify that has 2.0 is another Swapcast Bourbon Hunters Roundtable, which is the one we did at Balboa, which is now
Yeah.
called something else.
Is it?
Yeah. They changed the name of it again. Which we didn't get invited to the last one. So,
What, they did another show there?
well, they did the one show like a couple weeks ago that we didn't get invited to.
Bourbon Hunters did?
Yeah.
Screw them.
Yeah, I like Dude, but I'm kind of at that point. So anyway, headlines. Before we get the headlines, I thought about getting one of these for Lexi for Christmas. You have to look up. They're cross stitch.
Perfect thing to say when
Jesus
talking about your
Christ.
teenage daughter.
Cross stitch kits.
Crotch stitch.
They're crotch stitch.
For my teenage daughter.
Cross stitch. So
Sorry. That was
I know,
a really
it-
funny faux pas when talking about your kid.
bleh, I got a fat tongue. So I wanted to get her this one that says "fuck all y'all."
How old is she now?
13. It's perfect. Come on.
yeah.
I mean, it's perfect.
Sure.
I like the way you work it. No diggity.
Okay,
Not
that
today,
one-
Satan.
That one's me. It's not mean if it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's not mean if it's hilarious. But there's I'm thinking about buying one for myself, and then just going
You should
through
just buy a
and
bunch of those and just put them up around the house and not say nothing. Like when the Liz and the girls are gone,
I might.
kind of slowly put one up here and there.
They're relatively cheap too.
Oh, that's funny.
So, like this one, I ain't your fucking sweetheart. $18.
Put that right under your wedding thing at the bottom of the steps.
I ain't your. What's it? There was another one.
Not today, Satan.
I said, do you think Lexi would like this?
Dang it all to heck. I'm going to get that from my parents' house. That's a Sharon saying right there. Dang it all to
Go
heck.
fuck yourself.
Go fornicate yourself.
Nope, that's not what that says.
It wouldn't fit.
It wouldn't fit. Let's see what else we got. So we got a couple others here. Fuck fear. Welcome, Tiny Overlord. Put that in Harley's room. Biatch.
Biatch. With a couple B's on it.
All right. So that's from Subversive
Wait, that says
Cross-Stitch.
basic kit. That means you have to do it.
Well, the deluxe kit is... So the difference between the two, it actually gave a description somewhere.
Right there. You just passed it. Scroll back down a little. Basic kit includes material, thread pattern, and instruction. Deluxe kit includes material, thread pattern, instructions, 2 needles, and a hoop. So you still have to make these.
Well, you still have to make them, yes. You have to make them.
That's a lot of work.
But it gives you the instructions. All I need is the instructions. I have a shitload of cross stitch.
Of course you do.
Thread because my mom used to do it.
I like the way you work it. No diggity. That's just I love that one.
Fresh out of fucks. I'm in. All right, so
Subversive cross stitch.
I found subversive cross.
So let's do some headlines real quick. Wait, have you been drinking this with the ice?
Yeah, I've been sipping on it.
How is it?
It's good. So good. Junction 35 did an amazing job. I don't care.
Oh yeah, I'm glad. I'm
don't
glad
care.
that's your Christmas gift from me. Happy birthday!
God, I'm glad I got you nothing.
That's fine.
There's still time.
I've been drinking your whiskey for 3 years.
So
I don't expect nothing else. That's fine. You don't have to give me anything. Let's just crack open another Blanton's real quick.
we don't need to crack another one open. I have one open
Well, hey.
of Blanton's. So I found a couple new websites.
All right.
This one's called Weird News.
Oh no, it's called Weird. Instead of
World.
World.
Yeah, World.
World News. It combines weird and world, which that's hard for me to say.
So
World News.
before I refresh this page, because I found it like 4 days ago.
So this is probably okay.
So, but I like that first story. Man hid cherry pies under woman's car to car tires to see them bend over.
So he just wants them to be like, "Oh, there's a pie," and then bend over and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of crafty.
I mean,
it's kind of creepy,
it's creepy,
but clever.
he's
isn't
not
it?
doing upskirts. He just
He just wants to see
here's a
bend over.
pie. You bend over and pick it up. That's all I need from you. They're charging him with something. They've arrested him for that. What the hell is this world coming to?
What? Click on it. What do they
No.
arrest him for?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
What's the charge?
We can only see that's
We're
the
just
point of
looking at
headlines.
headlines. Okay.
It's just the headline. And we can only see what
If you are a law enforcement officer or would know what the charge would be for putting a pie on the ground just to see if a woman would bend over, please let us know.
to put it under
I'm
her
not saying it's
tire.
not creepy,
It's super creepy.
but I don't get what are they charging him
What's
with?
the charge?
What
Yeah.
did he do that's illegal?
If there's no touchy
Yeah.
and there's no approachy,
And honestly, even if he's looking, the woman still has her choice to bend over or not. She could just run over the pie when she leaves.
that's right.
Or kick it out of the way. You
Yeah.
don't even have to bend over.
Just get it the fuck out of the way.
So I'm not saying he's not doing something like gross, but what was he arrested?
I don't. I mean, the only thing it could be would be like.
I mean, when we were
gross
kids,
conduct
we used to
and-
put like ketchup packets under tires just so people drive over and they explode.
They explode.
But
She's my cherry pie.
She's
I put it
my
under my tire just to watch her bend over. Anyway,
I
so
love
the,
the
and
80s.
the and the next one I liked was man tried to force KFC employee to reopen restaurant at gunpoint.
Okay, to be fair,
It is KFC, but KFC is garbage now.
and it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, and he is
Mexican,
he's not Mexican. Say it.
white,
Say it. Don't lie. Don't lie to our listeners. All 46.
Native American,
He's native something, but it ain't American.
European.
He's black. I'm just saying.
What's that have to do with anything?
Him and Mo look a lot alike.
God, I hope Mo shoots you in the face.
He probably will someday. or at least choke me out.
God. And then
man.
this one. Man dumps bucket of feces inside 7-Eleven as revenge. Revenge for what? Did he get a bad Krispy Kreme donut they sell it? Or one of those...
What's the revenge for? Scroll down a little.
What is it just says revengeful man?
Vengeful Florida man dumps a bucket of human feces and urine as revenge after a manager kicking him out a month prior.
For what, though?
I don't know, because you won't click on the link.
Right. That's the whole point. You got to speculate. Speculation. That is what this is all about. Speculation.
I don't know if anything 7-Eleven could do to me. I'm assuming you had a bad interaction with an employee, first off, not the corporation.
Probably.
That would make me want to save up all my own feces and urine in a bucket enough.
God, I hope it's a KFC bucket.
Plus, what if you have to transport it there and it spills in your car?
I hope
a KFC bucket.
I hope it's a KFC bucket.
It's
No,
not. 'Cause that guy's
don't do
white.
that. Girlfriend bites man for changing TV channel.
Punch her in the mouth.
She was
Knock those
probably
teeth out.
she was probably watching The Bachelorette, and I would have
care.
changed the channel too.
Yeah, punch her teeth out.
Baby alligator found in burglary suspect's car.
Did he steal the alligator, or
God, I
was
hope
that
so.
his guardian alligator?
I hope it was a guardian gator.
I mean, that's not.
That
a bad
sounds
pet.
totally Florida man.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
not a bad guardian, a bad guard pet.
Have I told the story about walking around a party with a baby alligator?
Yes, you have.
Okay.
That's a fantastic story. It's been a while.
It's
You
been a
have.
while. So
So we're going to tell it again.
I was over on the west side of Columbus, which is the worst side.
West side, best side.
And I don't remember who I was with.
The south side is the worst side of Columbus,
Well,
trust me.
south side all the way to the west side,
It's
up to Dublin, and including Dublin
basically
is bad.
anything inside the outer belt.
Well, even outside the outer belt.
Columbus sucks.
Yeah, because
And if you live there, you suck.
they have a mask mandate, and fuck you.
Go Bucks.
But they, I went to this party. I don't remember who I was with, and I don't remember how I got to this party. Just not because I was drunk. I just don't remember.
You're just old.
Yeah. But what I do remember is the owner of the house having one of those gigantic showcases out of like a department store. And there being a baby alligator in it, probably about 3 foot long, 3.5 foot. So
the kind of case where you just slide a door and there's
Yeah.
no latch or
Yeah.
nothing, or
But-
no safety measures.
fairly large, like 3 foot from tip to tail is
3 foot to the tip's pretty large.
from the tip of the nose of the alligator to the tip of the tail. That's a pretty big fucking alligator.
Yeah.
And it was just living in the showcase. And he's like, oh, yeah, whatever. You know, if you just be careful if you decide to get him out.
Which you took as an invitation.
Oh, fuck, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Because why?
Because why not?
Because why not? So just slid the thing open, reached down behind the back of its head, picked it up, and then proceeded for the entire party to carry it around like a rich Florida guy carries around a little dog under my arm. Head, fingers, index finger and middle finger around the neck. Tail between my armpit.
Index finger, middle finger, like it's a cigar.
Well, index finger and thumb, sorry.
Okay. I was like, hold on.
Phalanges around the neck.
phalanges.
And then just walked around with it, asking people if they wanted to pet my alligator.
Yeah.
And
You
at
want to
some
pet my
point-
giant lizard?
And at some point, the owner was like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
Do you want to pet my prehistoric
hey,
lizard?
you said if I reached in and got it, just to be careful. I'm being careful.
Totally careful, bro.
I didn't ask it to bite anybody's
First
nipples.
off, why do you have an alligator in a JCPenney jewelry counter display case?
I don't know. Either way.
That's awesome.
I just loved walking around with a gator. And like my girls are scared of spiders and snakes and everything else. I'm like, I would carry around an alligator around this house just to freak them out. It'd be fun.
Man sprinkles cocaine on officer's head.
That sounds like a winner to me.
That's all I saw. When you scrolled down, that's the first thing I saw.
Yeah, there's a song called Sprinkle Me.
There is.
There's like an old
There's
rap
called
song.
Rape Me by Nirvana.
No, it's
which is not about rape. It's actually against it.
it's actually against rape.
Sprinkle me. Sprinkle me titties.
Let's go ahead and close this. Here it is. It's E40.
Oh, featuring Sugar T. I feel like I remember this. Do I remember this?
I don't know. I do. Now everybody's not gonna be able to hear this, which is good because copyright and all the other bullshit. But
Yeah, that's what we care about. Okay, this video looks very familiar. I definitely remember that opening.
Well, it's early from the 90s.
Yeah.
Easily from the 90s. And E40's walking around. And yeah.
That's definitely a 90s haircut. Look at them hoops, man.
Fuck yeah.
There's like 8-inch hoops on her ears.
Those are pirate hoops.
Yar.
She's a pirate.
Went to the pirate voyage
She's
for
a
30
butt
in a
pirate.
row. Oh,
She, like I said, well, look at that. She's a boob pirate.
boob pirate.
Look at them. He'd be more hipper than a hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. He wants to be Biggie. But
He was Biggie before Biggie was Biggie.
well, okay, calm down.
I mean, he's rocking a Kango and glasses.
He is.
He's fat.
He is.
Biggie rocked a Kango and glasses, and he was fat.
Biggie transformed his image.
Well, Biggie was the shit.
Yeah.
Sprinkle me. Sprinkle me.
When did the song
Sprinkle
come
me.
out?
Fuck, I don't know.
This is fire. E40 is yet another underrated lyricist.
Sprinkle me. Sprinkle me. Sprinkle me. Sprinkle me. Anyway, all right. We're not going to listen to Sugar. But yeah, so there was a song called Sprinkle Me.
E40.
So he just wanted to be E40 and Sprinkle Me.
All right, let's do some more.
All right, let's get in a couple more of these. Homeless man with no arms stabs tourist.
This is one I saw and I almost sent to you and I forgot to apparently. How?
That was my first thought.
Was the knife in his mouth or his foot? Because where else do you put it?
I mean, it could have been
It can't be up his butt.
no, but he could have an
It
add-on.
could be up his butt. I guess if you had no legs, it can't be up your butt because you have to hop around.
Homeless street painter stabs tourist from Chicago with scissors using his feet. That's all we can see.
Okay, so he used his feet.
He used his feet. There he goes. How did he use his feet to stab a tourist? Because if I see a guy coming at me in barefoot with a scissors between his toes, I'm not going to run towards him.
Homeless street painter.
I'm not going towards him.
Run away.
Let's see. We've talked about the man riding on the hood of a car at 70 miles an hour.
Officer throws can of beans at criminal armed with a hammer.
That's awesome.
That's just we taught that in Croft.
That
is a weapon.
Use what you got.
Yeah, yep, that's a weapon of convenience, as we used to call it. Anything can be used. Anything. You got a can of beans in your hand and somebody has a hammer, throw it at their head. Knock them out.
Man climbing playground equipment told children where babies come from. Why is that a crime?
Yeah, what did he do wrong? What is it wrong that he was
A man
climbing the
behaving
equipment?
confrontationally to tourists climbed playground equipment and told children where babies come from.
That's called sex education.
Yeah, they teach that in 5th grade.
I don't get what he did wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong. Not according to...
Maybe he's too old to be on climbing playground equipment if he's not like up there with sometimes I'll go with my kids on playground equipment if it's large enough.
The only thing I can think of through this whole thing is he whipped out his dick. He
But
goes,
it doesn't say he
this
did.
is where babies come from.
That's different. But it
That
don't
may
say
be deeper into the article, but we can't click.
Oh, it may be way deeper.
Yeah,
From
it
the
is.
looks of his skin, it may be way deeper.
Jesus, why is everything race with you?
That's just factual. Let's be honest.
Not always.
But the majority of the
Not
time.
always.
But the majority.
You need to
of the
watch
time.
more porn.
No, thank you.
Man bites dog ear to establish dominance. I did that with Diesel.
No, you nibbled. That's
No,
what-
I bit that motherfucker's ear so that he knew who was king shit around here.
Yeah.
That's why he's sleeping over there in the corner.
That's why. Not because he's 947 years old in dog years.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
It's funny because now I lost a lot of weight in Tennessee too, believe it or not, because I walked enough in a week to eclipse my last month's walking.
Jesus.
I know, I'm fat. But today I was like, Diesel, get the F out of my way. Like, I've gotten faster than Diesel.
He's getting slower.
He's getting older and I've gotten better.
Poor guy. Like, I
He's
feel
such a
really
good
bad
boy.
for him. He's getting so
He's
slow.
all gray in the face now.
All right. So,
These are just headlines with no picture, nothing.
oh no, these are
strictly just.
20 unbelievable but true funny headlines. These are
There's
just
literally nothing. It's just a list.
it's just a list.
This will be great. This will be fine.
Prostitutes appeal to the Pope.
Of course, because he has to save them.
Well, hold on. I need to reread that.
From the bad.
Prostitutes appeal to Pope,
Oh, okay.
not the Pope. It could have been a guy with the last name of Pope.
So true. prostitutes appeal to. That's like a Peter Best, the original drummers of the Beatles.
Yeah.
When they made it big, he released an album called Best of the Beatles, and it was him
It was just him playing drums.
playing drums. It literally was just. He was like, "Yeah, I used to be in the Beatles. This is Best of the Beatles, not
Yeah.
the best of the Beatles."
My name is Best.
It's like
and-
once they had their first big hit, he put out an album, and people bought it thinking it was the Beatles, and it was not.
so, which leads
Brilliant
us,
marketing.
Oh, no, absolutely. And that leads us to number 2. Typhoon rips through cemetery, hundreds of dead.
Still, that's good. They
It's-
should be. They should not. Have
They
woken
should
up.
not be.
All these zombies waking up like, "Whoa, that was a crazy typhoon. Want to grab a drink?"
Tiger Wood plays with his own balls. Nike says.
Who doesn't?
I mean, right?
Yeah, I play with my own balls.
Once you buy the balls from the store, they become yours.
Yeah, they're your ball. Even if they're given to you, they're your balls.
Well, if they have your name on it, especially they're your balls.
oh yeah,
Like
I definitely have. My name
I'm
on
pretty
mine.
sure Tiger's name is on those balls.
100% sure. He
So-
marks them.
Blind woman gets new kidney from dad she hasn't seen in years.
There's nothing more to say about that.
I mean,
that here's the problem. I see nothing wrong with these headlines because if I were paid to write headlines, these are the kind of headlines I would write.
It's all truth.
Blind woman gets new kidney from dad she hasn't seen in years is 100% something I would write.
So,
Just to see if I can get away with it.
but how do you feel about panda mating fails and the veterinarian takes over?
I have questions.
Me too.
I have many questions.
Did the vet take over, like, or did the vet like
the
jerk
bear's not
off,
doing it.
or-
Let me
Let me
try.
show you how this is done.
And if so, is the baby still mixed? If pandas are black and white, the vet can be any race. Wow. It does, I'm just saying.
The vet was probably Asian.
Fine. So is the baby mixed then?
Well, pandas are Asian,
But they're black and white too.
but that's their fur.
it doesn't matter if it's black or white.
Iraq head
Iraqi.
seeks arms.
Iraqi head seeks arms. It should probably
Iraqi-
look for a torso first. I feel like
maybe
the
some legs.
neck bone connects to the torso bone. The torso bone connects to the pelvic bone.
Hey.
And you thrust.
Hey,
What?
with all the abortion shit going on right now, a kicking baby is considered to be healthy.
Yeah.
The headline is "Kicking baby considered to be healthy."
Yeah. And able to defend itself.
Yeah, it's gonna be a soccer player.
It's going to kick your butt.
Drunk gets 9 months in violent case.
How did they fit him in there?
Ground him up.
Cremated him. Drunk guy. We're going to cremate him, put him in the violent case for 9 months, then you can do whatever with him. How are these headlines? I know we
don't
both just
know.
read the next one.
Yes, and having a teenage daughter.
Oh, that's so scary. I'm
Teenage
so glad.
girls often have babies fathered by men. No fucking shit.
You can't say that. There's 63 genders.
There's more than that now. I think there's 907.
Whatever.
Because I'm an oak.
You're an oak?
My-
You're a tree?
My
You're hardwood.
acronyms
Or hardwood?
are oak, maple, and redwood.
Redwood's your porn name. That's not an acronym.
No,
Martelle Redwood.
cedar. Just call me cedar, cypress, and redwood.
Mine's pine. Mine's naughty pine.
Naughty pine.
Naughty pine nice.
So fucking over all the my acronyms are he, she, and it.
I just
Well,
don't-
okay, cousin, it. Cut your fucking hair.
That's
and we
one
won't
thing
call
about
you
going
that.
to the South when you say thank you, sir, thank you, ma'am, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. They go, oh, you're polite. That's the end of it.
Instead of somebody getting offended.
Speaking of offended,
Sex education delayed. Teachers request training.
this is back to the 40-year-old virgin thing.
God.
Some teacher somewhere's like, whoa,
What?
I know not of what you spake. How am I supposed to teach this? That's the same teacher that's going, hey, teenage girls, their babies are fathered by men.
Fathered by men. I mean, technically they could have been boys, but they're still fathered by the male gender.
Potato, tomato.
Right. Hospitals are sued by 7-foot doctors.
That's what happens when you retire from the NBA, I guess.
Put a goddamn comma in there, and it'll be 7
foot
doctors. Clinton wins on budget, but more lies ahead.
I mean, can't argue that.
Is it lies or lies?
I did not have sexual relations.
He was our first black president.
with
I
that
don't
girl.
care.
Clinton was?
Oh, fuck yeah, he was.
Why? Because he played the saxophone?
No.
Oh.
He was just our first black president. President. He was a president. Is there a ring of debris around Uranus?
Yeah. No. I showered before I came here. There was, but then I took a shower.
Thank God.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Auto's killing 110 a day. Let's resolve it to be better.
Those are rookie numbers in this racket. You got to pump those numbers up.
Fuck yeah. Plane too close to the ground. Crash. Probe 2.
That doesn't make sense.
I want to be done at this point.
Oh, we got a few more to go. And I just poured some of this bourbon again over the ice because I want to try it over ice.
Dealers will hear car talk at noon. What is it, fucking Knight Rider? Is it Kit? Kit's going to be here. He's going to give a speech.
I would take Kit over some of the vehicles. Everything's going to EV
Michael,
by 2024.
hit the boost.
Michael, you're going to be a judge on America's Got Talent for one season someday.
And save lives.
Michael, Germans love your singing. Keep doing it. It's really good.
I just got this feeling. This is deep inside of me.
Oh, man. Yeah, it is.
Oh, my God. Squad helps dog bite victim.
Imagine being attacked by a dog and a bunch of people run up and just start biting you, too.
Soviet Virgin lands short of goal again.
What?
I'm not surprised. The Soviets can't really land anything, and they send a virgin to do a man's work.
What was the goal? That's my question. I need to know what the goal is.
I just said Soviets send a virgin to do a man's, assuming I gender identified the virgin.
You did. You definitely did.
But you know what?
No.
The virgin could be a guy or a girl, and you send a man to do a virgin's job.
There you go. It happens.
You send a virgin to do a man's job.
Yeah, you can't be a man if you're a virgin.
I mean,
Everybody knows that.
yeah. Stiff opposition expected to casket-less funeral plan.
Stiff opposition expected to casketless funeral plan.
Yeah.
I wish we had that article because
It's so good though. Like I'm so glad that I found this article.
I don't know what to say.
I read through a lot of these already.
I'm sure you did.
Organ Festival ends in smashing climates.
Oh,
That is it. That is
organ as in ORGAN as in your internal organs.
Yeah.
Not Oregon the state. Not organ like.
But like your penis is an organ.
I guess not organ like you play the organ, like piano type organ.
Nope. But
it just says organ festival ends in smashing climax.
Yeah.
You cannot use climax in literature. You can use it in literature. You cannot use it as a headline or a newspaper publication because nobody will take you seriously.
Oh no.
Nobody.
No, especially when you put
even people that are with like prudes will be like, "Oh, be more mature." They're still thinking the same thing.
Even right here, you can't use organ
and climax
in the same sentence.
Come on, grow up, people. You're better than this.
No, you're not.
You're stupid. Psychic arrested again. Still didn't see it coming. My favorite thing is at the title of who wrote it, just a staff writer. It doesn't even have a name. Oh, man.
Recipe correction. In a recipe for salsa published recently, one of the ingredients was misstated due to an error. The correct ingredient is 2 tablespoons of cilantro instead of 2 tablespoons of cement.
Thanks for ruining Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, you dicks. So this was the squirrel.
That's just the headline. So there was this squirrel.
That's the headline.
Tico and Tampa explained the water plant failure that led to Boyer Water Advisory.
It was a squirrel.
It was a squirrel. Okay. That's fair.
It's a squirrel. Spearman surges into semis. Or semis.
Surges. Spearman surges.
That's what I said. Spearman surges
into
semis.
I'm trying to read it myself.
Spearman surges into semis.
Okay.
Semi being another name for a hard-on. Erect penis.
Partially.
Yeah.
Partially.
Dummy text goes here. Dummy text goes here. Dummy text goes here. Dummy text goes.
Somebody forgot to update that one before print.
That's the photo caption for bottles of gin.
Bottles. It's a nice photo too.
It is a really nice photo. It's very
I'd like to
festive.
know more about that. It is more about that gin, to be honest. But,
Yeah, well, dummy text goes here.
But dummy text goes here.
Deaths are coming.
Under deaths, it just says deaths are coming.
Nothing in the obituary this week.
Boo, boo, boo. Plot twist. That was printed on a weekly print for a funeral home.
Give Dad what he always wanted. A weekend for both of you in the nude. We set the mood. You provide the romance.
Oh, that's exactly what I want to get Dad for Father's Day.
That's at the Paradise Valley Resort.
Georgia's premier clothing optional
Yeah,
resort.
just go ahead and visit paradisevalley.com.
Do it. Visit paradisevalley.com. Pull it up. This nudist resort looks like an ad from like the 80s or 90s. So let's see if it's even. Visit paradisevalley.com.
Landingbird.com is where it redirected to,
Oh,
and there's arriving soon.
It's not even a site anymore.
Damn
That's
it.
what I thought. Oh, now what am I going to do for Father's Day?
This one just says 8.
8. January 28th, when police arrived to check out a reported fight at an Erickson residence, they found the residents were watching a Rocky movie on television with the volume turned up. They got reported for a fight for watching Rocky.
Adrian!
Oh, man.
Are you shitting me?
I don't think I am.
This has to be in like... The walls on this apartment have to be super thin.
What? I'm trying not to make it political. So a couple years back, a guy got shot and killed by cops because him and his girlfriend were yelling at each other while playing a video game. And the neighbor called
For domestic violence.
And the guy answered the door and said, "Hold on, let me put my pistol down," and then got shot and killed. But that's another...
Well, if he answered the door and doesn't have a gun in his hand, he says, "Hold on, let me put my pistol down." Fucking look around.
That's not all the... But still, that's...
GDF, GDGF.
No, that's... Under a picture of a very portly white man.
That looks like it's from the Soviet Union.
I mean, if you want to be racist about it, yeah.
That's not racist. That's just factual.
Like me saying that guy's black? It's factual.
Well, no, you said big dick.
No, I say he's
Basically.
black, and it was it's
And
relevant to
then
fried chicken.
you went ahead and there was the fried chicken thing as well.
But was I wrong?
Statistics show that teen pregnancy drops off significantly after the age of 25.
Incredible.
I would say it drops probably after 19.
Close to, at least.
At least.
Pretty close to.
Really, really close to maybe 20.
Yeah.
You
I'll
know,
give you
about
21
the time
on
you
a
hit
stretch.
20, then teen pregnancy's over. Let's see. Nice Korea and not Korea.
No, naughty Korea.
Oh, well, that says naughty, but I was reading the number
you're
11
reading the-
below. It says not Korea.
Nice Korea and naughty Korea.
The naughty Korea.
Sign me up for naughty Korea. Let's see what you're not allowed to do.
Bus flying around the world with wings are flying bugs.
Bugs flying around the world.
I'm reading number 12. It says
Quit
bus.
reading the... They're making typos. Read the actual headline.
Bugs flying around the world with wings are flying bugs.
There you go.
No shit. I think we actually covered that once.
Probably.
Hundreds trick or treat downtown. Sex offender captured.
I mean, that's good. That's perfect.
Two different headlines
They're just side by side.
right next to each other.
That means the trick-or-treaters are safe.
Yeah. 6:12 p.m. The 4700 block of Portside Drive, Vermillion. Man put icy hot on his wife's vibrator. Divorce pending. If you're gonna do it,
man.
go big or go home, right?
I mean, maybe he's jealous.
A-Rod goes deep. Wang hurt.
Hate when that happens. I mean, I've never had that issue, but I've heard it's tragic.
I can't say that the Wang going deep or A-Rod going deep and the Wang hurting. Like, it wouldn't be the going deep hurting. It would be the coming out and going back and the bending of the Wang hurting.
That's...
I mean, when Wang bends over to pick up the ball, he's going to get hurt.
He threw out his back.
He throws out his
You can
back.
tell by the way they're carrying him.
Yeah.
He does not feel good.
No, I'm just saying.
It definitely hurts when Wayne gets bent.
Yeah. Correction, last week's ad should have read, see our huge selection of fun toys, not boys.
Sorry,
Sorry for any disappointment at Grandma's Toy Box.
Grandma's Toy Box. See our huge selection of fun boys. Remember, you can drive farther, but you won't find a butter store. Even the corrections full of typos.
All right. Can I get some more of that?
You can get whatever you want,
Righteous?
dude. Yep, absolutely. Get you some more Righteous. I got a little more of the bourbon, the single barrel bourbon.
Yeah. I want to try the Righteous on ice.
I do too,
I'm
and my ice is
really-
almost gone.
Well, you need to finish that up because we're going to have to close this show out here real soon. Well, I guess that's finishing it up.
I finished it up. I was a little quicker than I should have. There we go. I got a little ice in there. Oh, you dropped the cork. Oh. Yeah, the Righteous is to die for. But honestly, Junction 35 impressed me wildly today.
I am thoroughly impressed. Like,
I did not expect to be.
thoroughly impressed.
I was hoping to be happy with my purchases, but I am overwhelmed. Like, I'm ecstatic about them.
Yeah, like I need to somehow get down to Junction
We're just gonna
35.
go.
And
We're gonna
so,
go.
Due to an incorrect information received from the clerk of courts, Diane K. Merchant, 38, was incorrectly listed as being fined for prostitution in Wednesday's paper. The charges should have been failed to stop at a railroad crossing.
Perfect for Junction 35, who's train themed.
Whoa. It like fell right into place.
Imagine back in the day, these are obviously older prints of newspapers that have been captured.
Yeah,
And
they
they
are.
say you're
'Cause
a
this one's from
prostitute.
2013. It says grapefruit. Great for every meal. Or good for every meal.
It's supposed to be grapefruit, but they used half a grapefruit for the G. So it
And they
just in
didn't-
print real large says grapefruit. And the grapefruit piece looks nothing like a G. It's a slice of grapefruit.
It's just a slice. They should have at least made it look like a G.
I love Nirvana say grapefruit.
Grape me.
Grape.
Grape me
Nice.
again.
Grape me.
Mountain View, Friday. Walmart. Police received a report of a newborn infant found in a trash can.
That-
Upon investigation, officers discovered it was a burrito.
I was about to have really strong emotions about somebody who puts a baby in a trash can because
burrito.
that I don't care who you are, where you're from, don't care what you
You're
did.
going to hell.
Don't put your baby in a trash can.
No.
Give it to somebody else. Get put
I
it
mean,
up for
at
adoption.
least
If you're
put it in the recycling bin.
But yeah, don't throw it away.
Don't
recycle
throw it away.
that baby. There's
Recycle
so
that
much
baby.
better things that baby could be used for.
Sick and does the Mad Skids can easily
Hold
outrun
on, hold on. You got to say what it is.
Oh,
it's
hold
a
on,
Honda
hold on. Oh,
CBR
yeah, yeah,
250.
yeah. Sorry.
For sale. That's a dirt bike.
Honda CBR
It's
250.
fully sick.
Fully sick and does mad skids, can easily outrun the cops and has done so on many occasions. $1,500.
That's not
Phone
a bad
John.
deal. Yeah, call John. John has outrun the cops on many occasions.
Yeah, and it does mad skids.
Mad Skids.
Shelter
That's
Island.
a long one. Don't even try and read that. Oh, okay. I want you to try and read this now.
Yes, I'm going to read it.
Shelter Island.
Shelter Island. Old Man McGrubbus.
McGumbus.
McGumbus.
There's not even an R.
I fucked it up right off the
You
bat.
said McGrubbus.
I know.
When I read Old Man McGumbus, I was like, he's not going to be able to read that.
No. Old Man McGumbus. 106-year-old and former World War II hand-to-hand combat instructor
Nice.
was in the middle of his morning Tai Chi routine on the beach when he noticed a live Bengal tiger there.
Time out. What beach was he on where there's a Bengal tiger?
He was on Cat Island.
He's him and Joe Exotic.
No, Cat Island is a place in Japan. Now,
106.
granted, it's your basic standard house cat, but
But
a Bengal tiger is
a
a
little
cat.
different.
It's a cat. The man approached the tiger and attempted to tame it by speaking softly and quietly. Easy, girl. Easy.
Did he just
repeated.
assume that tiger's gender?
Yeah.
That's why I got so mad.
Yeah. He repeated while holding up a stick. Fetch, bitch. Fetch.
He's like, easy girl, I got a stick.
The tiger had
here."
escaped from a home on on Shelter Island and was owned as a house pet,
Mike Tyson lived there?
apparently.
Wow.
So did Joe Exotic. And
And that guy from Zanesville.
Carol fucking Baskins.
She
By
covered
the
her
end of the entire incident, the old man and his tiger were seen sleeping next to each other on the side of the road.
you missed one line. He
I did.
used his belt.
He used
to
his
harness
belt
the
to
tiger.
harness the tiger.
How
By
big-
the
okay.
end of the entire incident, they were
This
sleeping.
106-year-old had to be as big as me to have a belt to harness a freaking Bengal tiger. Those things are huge. They're bigger than lions.
Yeah,
There's no way.
but he's just talking about the neck.
No, that's what I'm saying. Their necks. He had to like hog tie that thing. There's no way. 106-year-old man. I want to know. Can I meet him? He's dead.
He's probably dead at this
He's
point.
dead.
But 3 have been accused of illegal gambling on pigeon racing.
Hold on. How is that illegal?
Because you're not allowed to gamble.
If you and I go, hey, I bet that pigeon will fly to the next spot. I bet you $10. That one wins.
Because when I lose, I'm calling the cops and saying that we gambled on it.
I lost $10. Arrest that man.
Fuck that guy. He took my money. So this is a correction. An article on Monday.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
The Righteous on Ice,
Is amazing.
dude. I'm blown away today.
Call Caleb and tell him to set aside a case.
Junction 35 has blown my socks off today on all 3 of these. All right, go ahead. I know we're
No,
like 2 hours.
I'm with you on
The
the
Righteous
Junction 35.
is-
Like the Righteous is.
and
It
this
was
same stuff
amazing.
last year, a year ago to this day ish. I say that not knowing what day we released it.
I don't know.
We didn't like the funky.
Well,
you
I
didn't
can
like
I
the
can
funky
tell you it
stuff.
was on a Tuesday. It was when it was released.
Well, when it was dropped, but you didn't like the funky stuff. This stuff is
I know I do, but I
phenomenal.
don't like funky stuff
right,
anyway.
and that's fair. That's my
So-
point. But Junction 35 has knocked our socks off today.
Yeah, I'm really.
This Righteous is amazing. You know what? This is going to stay here
You tell me because I
because
will.
this will only be used for recording purposes when we have friends or guests or you and I want to revisit it. Because if I take this home,
Well, I know you're going to
last.
drink it. It's not going to
This
last.
will be gone in a week. Like,
If that's what you want, we'll just
I'm
put
going
it.
to leave that here.
I'll just put it in my
Set it aside-
cabinet
yep,
and
set it
it'll never
aside.
get touched until
I trust
you're
you.
here.
I don't trust me. I trust you.
So-
This is going to be for guests. So we got a redaction here.
Yeah, we do have a correction. An article on Monday about Jack Robinson, not
Yeah.
Robinson
No,
or
you're right.
Robertson,
You read it right.
Robinson, and Kirsten Lindsmith, 2 college students with Asperger's syndrome who are navigating the perils of an intimate relationship, misidentified the character from an animated children's TV show, My Little Pony. That is, Miss Lindsmith said she visualized to cheer herself up with a Twilight Sparkle, the nerdy intellectual, not flirty shy.
Fluttershy.
Fluttershy? Flirty shy.
Fluttershy.
Fluttershy, the kind of animal lover.
Who cares?
Who the fuck gives a shit? And that was hard to read.
That was
Like, I
for
literally
you.
had to read that word for word.
That was hard for you.
That was
They
hard for
basically
anybody.
were like, "Hey, it's Twilight Sparker."
Sparker. See, you can't even do it.
This is what happens when I spend 3 years with you. Twilight Sparkle, and it should have been Fluttershy. Like,
Who gives a fuck? Who cares?
that was dumb. Scrolling down.
Yeah.
Yeah, skip some.
I'm skipping a couple now at this point. This guy looks like he was flipping the bird, and they put
They put Photoshop
glasses
in
in.
his fingers.
Shamed you by English.
Shamed by you English.
Shamed by you
You
English.
can't speak soon and write like a graduate college if me let you help
Fuck you.
for a day of 15 minutes.
Oh, that is so much. Looking at that photo, he's just like, fuck you. No, fuck you.
His goatee looks like a full beard, but it's a goatee. That's the
That
weirdest
is
part to me.
So is that like a fat face thing, or is that
No, because he's not. No, that looks
or
like.
is that just shitty like
Let's
beard
be honest.
trimming?
That's dude pool. If he was poor,
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
That's dude if he was poor.
yeah,
100%
that is a dude.
with glasses, Photoshop glasses. That's
And
dude.
shamed by you English.
Yeah, that's dude if he was poor and shamed by you English.
Jesus Christ. So we got a congratulations to George Brownridge for pleasing 15 women for an entire day.
You know what? He deserves it.
You know what? I
that's
can
a lot
stop
of work.
there and not read the rest of it.
That's a lot of work.
But we're all exhausted and very satisfied, and we look forward to next year. We thank you all.
This is an annual thing.
Our sincere apologies to George Brownridge and staff. Our intentions were to thank him for his generous holiday shopping trip, which he arranged. This annual tradition is much appreciated. In any inappropriate innuendos were unintentional, and we take full responsibility for the ad that appeared in yesterday's paper.
I say they should have left it.
Fuck yeah,
Hey,
they should have left that.
Hey, look, this dude helps these old women out by taking them Christmas shopping. You know, leave it.
Stop tweeting.
That's all it says. Stop tweeting. But hold on. It says
Get
follow
London
us.
reading.
Hold on. No. Time out. We're missing the funny part.
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter at Standard News. Their headline, Stop tweeting.
Condom truck tips over, spills load.
That's what happens.
Usually.
I mean, if it tips out, it's done.
Typographical error. You know what? I love headlines. How many more of these? We got a shitload of these.
Due to a typing error, Saturday's story on local artist John Henninger mistakenly reported that Henninger's bandmate Eric Lyday was on drugs. The story should have read that Lyday was on drums. The Sentinel regrets the error. It could be both.
It could be.
Let's
He
be
literally
honest.
could have been on drugs playing the drums. He could have been on drums playing the drugs.
One of the best things you've ever said on here.
I know.
In 3.5 years.
I mean, it could have been. It could have went either way. Chick accused some of her male colleagues of sexism.
Chick accuses some of her male colleagues of sexism. Just go on. That's all you need to know. That's it.
We're not going to tell you that her last name is Chick,
Hold on. And that the article is by Hugo Martin.
he's the Times staff writer.
Oh, that's awesome.
And this photo is from the 80s.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe early
If that's
90s.
if that's from the 20 teens.
It's not
even,
from the it's not from the aughts.
It's in the newspaper. So
Yeah. Yeah, Laura Chick. Her name is Laura Chick. Chick. Found dirty white dog. Looks like a rat. It's been out a while. No collar. Better be a reward.
better be or what? You're gonna kill it?
I mean, you gonna fucking keep it.
Better be. Somebody picked up a rat and was like, "Pay me."
Medical marijuana delivery man attacked by ninjas.
Go on. That's all I need to know. I love it. Make that a movie.
Well, it was in West Covina, which I would almost pronounce as West COVID.
Read the next headline.
Police say health.
Wait, no.
That's the next headline.
Scroll down.
Oh,
The next one. That one.
MILF braces for FAP offense.
Offensive.
Offensive, sorry.
All right.
I got to FAP and stopped.
Milk braces for fap. Move on. Mom, you don't know what that means.
MILF braces for WAP.
Do not Google it.
Mom, I'd like to fuck braces for some wet ass pussy.
That's not what fat means.
No, but I changed it. I changed the headline. I fixed it for them.
You did good. You did fine.
Woman in sumo wrestler suit assaulted by her ex-girlfriend in gay pub after she waved at man dressed as a Snickers bar. Randy, what are you doing at a gay bar?
Dressed as a Snickers.
All right. Wanted somebody to go back in time with me. This is not a joke. P.O. Box 322, Oakview, California, 93022. You'll get paid after we get back. Must bring your own weapon. Safety not guaranteed. I have only done this once before.
I need paid
I
up
have
front.
seen this.
I need paid up front.
I need paid up front.
Yeah. Pay me up front. I don't agree with this whole after we get back crap.
I've actually seen this posting before,
I've seen it somewhere. I forget where.
but it wasn't here.
All right.
That's it. That's all of my
that's
headlines.
good. That's
a good headlines.
My jaw's hurt.
That's a lot of laughing and talking. That's a lot of good stuff. Except for that superintendent was caught pooping on school track.
I mean, you gotta go. Look, if you're running and it hits you, you may not make it off the track in time. Stop. We've read a lot of these. Just end it. Stop looking for more.
But this woman was found naked in a bathtub eating Cheetos.
So?
What did she do?
She was caught by a homeowner. It wasn't her house. Okay.
wasn't- I mean-
okay, wasn't her house. Okay, that's different.
All right. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Google, Tweetstagram.
If you are one of the 46 people listening to the show, share it with your friends. We would really appreciate it and grow the show. I mean,
We would
granted,
love to become fully grown and
yeah, I
engorged.
mean, We're not really doing all the shit that we started out doing initially, but we're doing all the things that we want to do.
Well
initially.
said. Well said. Check out
We're
Smoky
drinking
Mountain
whiskey
Brewery.
and talking about the shit we want to talk
Yeah.
about.
Check out Smoky Mountain Brewery for a nail steak.
Oh, absolutely. Go to Junction 35 if
Junction
you need some
35. I'm telling
holy
you,
shit.
They blew. I'm beside myself
They
today.
blew me
So hard.
away with their selection of
Big
stuff.
shout out to Caleb. I hope Caleb listens to this somehow.
Caleb, I pulled one of your blonde
'cause-
pubes off of one of the bottles, according to Randy.
He wasn't even blonde. That's a funny thing. But their single barrel
Well, it
rye.
wasn't even a pube, so
Their single barrel rye, we say get it.
Oh,
Their single barrel
everything.
bourbon, we say get it. They're righteous.
they're right. If you can get that, holy shit, grab that.
Honestly, I'm sad I didn't buy more.
Matter of fact, grab 2 bottles and pour it into
And-
another bottle, and you have 750 milliliters of that bottle.
Of heavenly goodness, and then send it to us for free.
Yeah, absolutely do that. Put it in a Weller bottle and send it to us.
Yeah, I don't care what you put it in. Just send us that. That
send us
righteous. And we'll post pictures. But Smoky Mountain Brewery steak, Junction 35 bourbon and whiskey, phenomenal. And we have 2 more offerings we've not even tried. Now I've got another bottle of this rye at home for me.
Oh, we're gonna have to. We're gonna revisit this rye,
And
like in the next 2 weeks or so.
I'm all for it. And I've got here I'm gonna spill the beans. I wasn't going to.
Don't.
Okay, I won't. I have a surprise for you
All right.
from Junction 35.
I hope it's pickles.
It's not. It's not pickles, but it will go with the whipped cream vodka you had that we made the pumpkin pie with at the Pumpkin Show.
Well, yeah, and you also have some craft beers to.
I have 6 craft beers from Smoky Mountain Brewery that we're going to try, not with whiskey, on another show.
Yeah,
We've got some great things ahead of us
we do. I don't have to supply anything
for at least 2
for
shows,
at least 3 shows.
2.5.
1 show.
These 2 were supposed to be 1 show, and you cracked open your rye.
Well, I wanted to put this against their experimental.
It was a gift to you. You do what you want with it.
That-
and I'm also going to leave the righteous with you because if I take this home tonight,
I will. It'll be secure in my whiskey cabinet.
I'm going to tell Liz too.
You tell her.
No, I trust you. You're good about that.
I'll send you home with a sample.
Of
your own stuff.
Nope. I want to. There's enough here. I want to save this for when we have others on the show that will appreciate it.
Okay, that's your call. Absolutely.
Yeah. Had I known it was that good, I would have gotten like 5 bottles of that and then
That's
something
the problem
else.
with experimental stuff, though.
Yeah,
Although,
and it's like 6-ish, 7-ish hours away.
the problem with experimental is it could go really bad or it can go really good.
But then
I've
you're
never had an
6.5 hours away from it.
yeah, I've never had an experimental where it was like it's okay. It's
Yeah.
either really bad or really
Or
good.
awesome. Yeah.
So, and this is really good.
I'm shocked how good it was. I was really nervous because I told you, I messaged you and I was like, hey, I bought stuff, which when I say that, you usually go, ugh. Because I tried in the past, have brought really experimental / weird stuff. But I tried this year. I was like, you know what? They've got good offerings. I'm going to try them. And most of these I haven't tried. I did try I believe I tried the single barrel bourbon.
Which is good.
Very good.
It's very good.
I think you should get it. But the rye and the righteous, they're both really, really good. Like, I wish I got more, which I give to you the bottle of rye. You cracked it open graciously and have poured some for us. I'm going to save mine too, because maybe we'll revisit it with a mixture.
I'm gonna sit on it for a bit, and
Yeah.
we'll see what.
Let it kind of breathe a little when.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the cap off and let it evaporate some.
Yeah. Put up your butt.
I mean, you do what you do.
Make some jinkum.
Yeah.
But yeah, so check out if you're ever anywhere near Gallenberg or Pigeon Forge, which I highly suggest. And you can message me or email us at buckhornpodcast@gmail.com.
I forgot to mention. If anybody's looking for a security system, I have a Simply Safe system for sale for about $150. Complete system with sensors, 3-door sensors, alarm, a separate siren, keypad, camera, $150.
This podcast is brought to you by Simply Safe. Simply Safe.
No, just
It's not.
reach out to me.
I've just heard that on other podcasts that are way more popular than us. But Junction 35, I hope you guys listened. I know this is kind of a long form podcast now.
Yeah, I think that may
Phenomenal,
be the route we go as well.
I think the route we're going is what we've been doing. We're going to do what we want when we want.
Well, there's
2 years from now, we may be doing a half-hour podcast. Who knows?
15 minutes.
Yeah, but Junction 35, you have absolutely stepped up your
They
game
fucking nailed it.
in a year's time from me being there last year. I like some of your stuff. This year, I love your stuff. You nailed it. Like Martelle
Nailed
said,
it.
off the charts. I can't wait to try the other stuff I bought.
Like I want to see a 7 to 9 year come out of them. I want to see what happens
hope in
with
the
a
next few
7
years.
to 9 year.
I agree.
And I would love to see them do their own stuff. Like not that I don't like the MGP, but I want to see what they can do
yeah.
when they're given the opportunity
And
to
I
create
hope-
their own mash bill.
I hope
and do
they go
their
that
own
way.
stuff.
Yes, I agree. I hope they go that way. Either way, I can firmly say that I'm so happy the bourbon hunters do not have this and have not tried it.
I would say
probably not.
that's with a lot of the stuff that we have is they haven't had it or tried it.
Because screw our friends.
It's
and
not even
Tyler.
screw our friends. They don't invite us to go anywhere, so fuck them.
Yeah, screw you. Dude and
mean-
Brett and then that other guy.
That other guy's fat and he just annoys the show.
He had
I
a
can't-
kid. He had a kid and got fat.
I just can't listen.
See, here's the thing. If you just start fat and you maintain it, nobody expects
No,
anything. from
COVID happened and he got fat. He works in a goddamn gym.
you. From home. How do you work from home at a gym?
I mean,
But anyway, Junction 35, fantastic. Smoky Mountain Brewery, Martelle, I'm sure we'll tag you.
yeah,
The
absolutely.
steak. I finally got you a steak. I've been talking
was-
about it for 3 years.
Holy shit.
Great, right?
Yes.
For being a day-old microwave steak,
Day old microwave steak. I'm in.
off the charts.
I'm
That's
in.
why I get two minimal
we
every
will
year.
have to make a trip to Blystone. Be prepared
I'm
to
all
pay.
for it.
I mean, it's
I'll pay to try it.
you're gonna pay. I
I'll
mean,
pay.
it's
I'm
you
fine
got to
with
pay
that.
for the campaign trail.
Yep,
So
that's right. I'm fine with it.
it is what it is. But
But for Buckhorn Podcast, don't be hiding cherry pies to get women to bend over. Try
Why not?
Junction 35. Try Smoky Mountain Brewery. The Ale Steak. It's fantastic. I can't wait for you to try their beers. I'm excited for that because you're
yeah.
a beer guy.
I'm
genuinely
hold on,
excited
hold on.
for that.
I'm an alcohol guy.
Well, that's fair.
I drink wine. I drink whiskey. I drink beer.
True. But when
There
it
are
comes to craft beers between me and you,
Oh,
you're-
I'm a beer
of the
guy.
two of us, you're the beer guy.
Yeah.
Like
I've got. I bought Goose Island. I bought $60 worth of Goose Island beer, and it was only 3 bottles.
That's when you sent me that, it blew my mind because I was like, man, I spent all this money on all this liquor, and you're like $60 on 3 bottles of beer.
Well,
I had a Cherokee Red Ale with my ale steak, which is what they marinate the ale steak in.
yeah.
Magnificent.
Well, I told Liz when I went to go get my Goose Islands, I'm like, I don't know what this is going to cost. I committed. Be prepared.
Sorry, the kids can't go to college now.
2 of the 3 bottles were $25 a piece.
Jeez, insane.
I'll show you
All right,
All
let's
right,
wrap
anyway.
her up.
Check it out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter again.
Insta, Google, little Tweetstagram again.
Oh, we only do Instagram, so
That's pretty much it.
whatever. Hell, I'm Mo. He's Randy. I'm Brandon. You're
We're Jason.
We're out.
Peace.